Yeah.
There we go.
She just watched, like, you really struggling?
I would have got it.
Because it's his.
I don't use that.
It's,
What do you
you
use?
brought it down
What do
here
you
for
Oh,
use?
us.
use your ring, yeah.
Why didn't you use it?
Wait, you use a ring
But
to open a bottle?
Oh, like I said, what?
what?
So why didn't you do it today?
Yo.
Because I didn't feel like taking it off. It was there. I
That's
decided to be different.
wild.
Different.
That shit's impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo,
Why
a
is it
ring?
depressing?
I mean, I seen the
Impressive.
lighters.
Oh,
I
impressive.
seen, like,
Okay.
edge of the table,
Yeah.
but, like,
Yeah.
actual, like, band. just,
My uncle
like,
taught me how to do that. Shout out to
Savage.
Jim.
Savage.
You good?
He
That's
should
what you get
stay
married for.
Yeah.
The ring. The
Not
bottle
because
opener.
love and marriage. It's so you can
Nah,
get a
it's
ring to do
cliche.
things with.
Open your beers.
We doing that today?
True Italian fashion, yo.
Hi, guys.
What's up, Bim?
This is nice. I like that.
That sounded mad hostile. Dude. Chill out.
We good?
Yeah.
Yeah, yo.
Episode
you hear me?
I can.
56.
I like even numbers.
Doom, 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 doom.
Welcome to another episode of Please Delete This. In the building, in the basements, we have Darren.
Bim.
Before I say who I am,
Oh.
every time we have a guest, before I can finish the last syllable of my name, you rush me.
Yeah. Personally attacked.
So let me land. Can we please start again? Please. I beg. I just,
Beg. Oh my god, that's
All right.
serious.
I just had to
Okay.
get that out.
All right,
Please.
all right, cool.
Thanks.
All right. So, in the basement, we have Darren.
Bim.
Yeah.
Genevieve.
I'm like that passenger. I'm like the
Never,
passenger.
he'll never let you live. Never. It's,
I'm like, you know, when you're on the plane and you just they're landed and they're waiting for the sign to come out so you can buckle their seatbelts. And as soon as you hear boom, everybody's standing up at one second.
Right
It's gonna
in
make a
the middle of the
difference.
aisle, just waiting.
Yeah. Okay.
We gotta do it all over
All right,
again.
one more time. From the top, Jimmy.
Thank you, Bim. I didn't want to be able to say it.
Oh man.
All right. We have Darren.
Bim.
Genevieve.
Kuti.
No. Again.
All right, one last time.
Yeah.
You gotta wait.
We'll bring you in.
Oh,
Tag
my
you in.
bad. My bad.
Tag you in.
Yeah, see, I asked what's the agenda. Y'all just talk. I said, all right, cool. I'm talking too.
We're mad foul. Don't worry.
Do your thing, Darren.
Oh shit.
In the basement, we have
In the basement. Oh, do you want to read my lines?
David Ruffin.
Right. You want to read my line for me, man? All right.
Ain't nobody talking about you, Otis.
Thank you. In the basement, we have Darren.
Bim.
Genevieve.
And we have a guest with us. Oh, shit. We have a good friend with us tonight. Brother, introduce yourself.
My name is Kuti, and I go by the alias of DJ Incredible.
Incredible.
Hey.
Incroyable.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yes, yes.
Finally made it.
Word,
Welcome.
man. Thanks for
I'll
coming
admit
through.
He's,
No,
he's,
you already
he's
know.
first time, long time.
Yeah.
First time, long time. Hey, he's a
Yeah.
real first time,
He's a
long
first
time.
time, long time.
Yeah. I've been listening to the podcast since I want to say technically episode 5. I remember episode 5 very,
Wow.
very like specifically, and ever since then, just been a fan.
Hey, man.
Hey,
look,
we
I
appreciate
love
it.
Man, you're not just fan, you fam, my G.
I appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming through.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah, man.
This is nice, man. I love what y'all doing. So I most definitely wanted to bless the mic and bless y'all with the presence of a young youth-ish.
Yeah, we need the youth here.
Yeah, I feel like I really feel like a middle child, yo, like J. Cole. Like
I was talking about that song the other day. Go ahead.
I'm really stuck in 2 generations. She said, "Hold on, wait a minute."
She has a problem with my guy Cole.
Man, you hate my boy Cole?
I don't hate him. He's just boring.
What?
We don't have to talk about it.
Okay. Okay.
This is how she gets you to not talk about
Yo,
it.
for real. But I'm gonna address it. But the reason why I said I really resonate with that song is because I'm not too young, not too old, and I really feel like I'm caught into 2 generations. Because
Right.
like I remember cassette tapes. I remember like recording on the radio station. I remember the like Hot 106, the Battle of the Beats, and now you got me doing the shoot dance when I got bad knees and like I could only do it 2 times and that's it.
So I feel like that stuff was almost on its way out when you were with
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I was like literally the cusp of like all that stuff before like I was in the midst of tapes and CDs,
Yep.
and then once the whole LimeWire and everything came about, it was like, it's a wrap.
Wait, are you younger than us?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the middle child.
that's why I had to clarify.
Yeah. And some of that's a product of having older siblings,
No, of course,
right?
of course.
So,
Of course, having older siblings and just like really following like the younger generation, being like the OG to them.
Yeah.
Which was pretty dope. You know what I mean? It's just like, yo, like I remember this like specifically. Then I hear OG like, you don't know nothing about that. I mean, I do,
We do,
but
but-
you know,
Yeah.
you can flex on it because you was in the prime era of it.
Word.
So, but I love it. Honestly, I love
You don't
seeing
know
the.
about that. I kind of do.
I kind of
Yeah, like I kind of do. Like, yeah, I when I started DJing, I had records. Like, I remember going to Skippy White's before.
It was
shut
early
down.
enough, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I remember going to Skippy White's, grabbing records. I remember going shopping online. I remember hitting up other DJs like, hey, can I borrow your records so I can practice? Oh, well, thank you,
He's
brother.
good.
It's a I remember all that stuff. And, yeah, I'm trying to, like, I guess in a sense, be the bridge the gap.
Cool.
So, go ahead, D.
No, I was gonna say, welcome to the show. Thank you
Oh,
for coming.
thank you. Thank
Well,
you.
since
thank
we
you.
started on the DJ thing, or can we come back to it? I don't know.
We can come back
We'll
because
come
I
back
want
to
to
it.
ask about your weekend.
Me specifically?
I saw
Hey.
you. I know we retired the
This
weekend
guy
talk,
was
but
a youngin' this weekend.
I saw
Fam.
you. I saw you
Listen,
some awesome
yo.
stuff.
This guy was a youngin' this weekend.
Tapped in his youth.
I looking at your snaps and stories. I was like, but I need to see what you're doing.
I was doing what my son was doing.
Okay.
Can we pause for a second?
Yeah. Wait, like a for real pause? Oh, Jen got to clear her throat. Drink water.
Let me clear my throat.
Pour me water. Winds is fire. Pour me water.
That was kind of dope. Good mix.
Okay,
All
proceed.
right. So weekends,
Yours.
just me.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
My weekend, I was sick.
You feeling better now though?
Much better.
Thank you for not
better.
contaminating the pod squad. Jack, nothing.
I can't remember.
Wow. Thank you for that insightful review. All right, so for folks who listen to the podcast, in November, actually, I was supposed to go to the Travis Scott concert with my son. Supposed to be his first concert. As a dad who has a child, and we listen to the same music, why not take advantage of that opportunity?
Fair.
Show got postponed, and we finally went this past weekend. So for folks who don't know, my son lives in Connecticut. So since he was born, so I don't get a lot of opportunity for firsts, right? Just by not being there. So any first that I have the chance to take advantage of, I'm doing it.
You jump on.
And so why not take him to his first concert? So Travis Scott, it was supposed to be a bunch of other people like Trippie Redd and Gunna was supposed to be on the show, but I don't know they fell off the tour at some point. But it was Sheck West
Okay.
and Jen, put your mic in your face. Thank you. And Travis, and I'll tell you, Sheck West. I only knew Mo Bamba, but he got
Some joints.
Joints.
You got some joints.
And the demographic, the show was in Hartford, so there's a lot of white folks at the show, but they were turned. These artists nowadays, they are for real rock stars. Like,
Yeah.
there was mosh pits, stage diving, and Travis, what a show! What a show! My son was so hyped. Like, he doesn't know like a lot of Travis stuff because apparently his age group, they only listen to like these new people.
No, of course.
So Travis is kind of like right before they started listening to the music, but the energy of the music and it's that similar bounce. So he's just like,
He's going insane.
yeah, he was wide-eyed for a little bit. He almost didn't know what to do. And when Sheck West was going off, my son was turned. And then Travis came out. I took my jacket off. My son took his hoodie off, and we're just bouncing around. I'm pushing him. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and
cool.
on the ride back, it was like 11 something, almost 12. He's just hyped the whole ride, rapping and playing music. And got out the car, and I was like, "Hey, anytime you want to go to a concert and your friends don't want to go, and your homies don't want to go, hit me up. You know, we'll do it." He's like, "You're my homie, Dad." I said, "Man, that's what I was saying. I'm gonna have another kid when I got a kid like that. It's not fair."
That's
It's
what's
not fair.
up. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. So no, it was fire. It was no, it was a good time. I was gonna say something.
You did say mad things.
I did, right?
That's a good feeling.
Yeah. No, it was
man.
dope. It was very, very dope.
You had a Will Smith moment because I remember Will Smith posted something on IG about his son saying like, "Yo, he's like my dad's my best friend." Wow. So like that's dope. That's
Wow.
most definitely dope relationship.
That's heavy. Yeah.
Oh, I want to fight my kid, but
No, I want to fight my son too. It's okay to fight your kid.
I don't think that's
I mean, your kid is how old? Like
13.
My kid's 2.
okay.
A little bit of a difference.
No, when Dylan was 2, I wanted to fight him. He was acting a damn fool. I wanted to fight him. So it carries
I know my
over.
mom wants to fight me, and I'm 35.
Oh, see? It don't go away.
It doesn't.
Lord
It
have mercy.
decreases a little bit.
Yeah, it's
No,
a thin
no.
line.
I saw the snap and I was like, oh, he did it.
Yeah. Yeah, and Travis had a roller coaster at the concert. So
Oh, wow.
people who went to the show, they know. But he brought fans on stage to ride in the roller coaster also while he was performing.
Wow.
That's dope.
Yeah, and so one went in a loop, and then another one kind of went up and down across the crowd.
Wow.
And yeah, it was fire. I hadn't seen some of the shit that Travis did. It was pretty dope. Yeah,
dope.
no, he put on a hell of a show.
Good stuff.
Yeah, no, it's good. shit.
And you're exposing your child to that type of experience, and now they have that, and they expound on it, whatever. And you know, and then, like, oh, you never been to a concert? Yeah, my dad. I remember. And then when he gets older and he has kids, I remember the first concert I went to with my dad. My dad took me to da da da.
I was gonna say, speaking about that, what was your first concert?
See, I don't. So my first concert was super late in life. It was Jay-Z and Mary.
Oh, the Jay-Z and Friends joint. Oh, wow.
Was that the best of both worlds?
Yeah,
when
that
he
was the
kicked-
one that was
when he
supposed
kicked-
to be. Yeah,
This was
When he
like
kicked R. Kelly off?
2000, like
yeah, that was like
7, something like that.
it was like 06 or 07.
09,
Yeah,
something like that. And but I don't like concerts. I don't like being around that many people. So that's why before it was like not a thing. Like Hot Night, it was like, nah, I'm not. Why would I go to that? There's too many people.
Fair.
But I'm dying to take my girls to a concert. I'm actually taking them to the Black Violinist. I don't know if you
Who?
the Black Violinist.
He's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, this-
Like he's
The
literally
hip-
Yep.
Ah,
He
Was
played
these
like
two-
he does like
two of them,
custom-
two brothers.
They do like certain covers and whatnot. So they'll do classical and they'll do like hip hop. That's
fire.
And they'll blend in between, yeah.
Yep.
where's this gonna be at?
I think at the PPAC, if I'm not mistaken.
How soon?
April
I think I'm
23rd, I think. I mean, yeah. Well, both my girls, one plays the cello, one plays the viola.
Nerds.
Yeah,
Sorry.
very good. But hey,
Sorry, I love you, girls.
hey,
Hi.
they like it. You know, they're
Yeah.
interested in it, and so I was like, hey, let's still do it. So we're going as a family.
That's tight.
I guess that would technically be their first concert. But I keep asking them like, who would you guys want to go see in concert? And they're both like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I find now
You just have
since
to do
people,
it.
people just listen to, or kids just listen to everything. It's playlists. They don't really have an artist that they love because it's not albums that they're listening to.
Yeah.
My son listens to a lot of Trippie Redd, and he heard all the albums. He knows damn near all the songs. He's rare though compared to like some other kids who just listen to a bunch of stuff on SoundCloud.
Okay.
Oh, one other thing that happened at the concert. I'm pretty sure my son got his first contact high.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of. You knew that was gonna happen though.
There was a lot
You knew it was
in
gonna
the
happen.
air,
Oh no.
and I didn't say anything.
Oh no.
It's like, Dad, what's
Plausible deniability, right?
Right.
And then after the show, he's like, "Yeah, no, Dad, it was lit. It was lit. I mean, there was a lot of smoke, and they were just sparking up next to me. But no, it was great. I was like, yeah.
I
Sorry,
know
don't
what
tell
you're
Mom.
talking about.
That? Don't tell Mom.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So
There
was
no
they
smoke
burning
in that
incense?
Yeah. Well, I think my joint was a hot night though. That Jay-Z was headlining.
Okay.
And this, it was like what, junior year of high school, or something like that.
building. Your parents let you go to that?
I was working at that point. I was at
Oh,
McDonald's.
okay.
My mom go to work like she don't know what I'm doing. She don't know what I was
Where
like.
was you at home studying my books?
Word.
Jan, what was your first concert? You a concert head too.
When I was 3, my dad took me to Barry's.
It's embarrassing.
First of all, oh yeah, judging my life. My mom's favorite song is a Barris song, for the record. But no, I went to TOK at Sanctuary.
Wow.
At the cemetery. Wow. They did go there. That must have been like what, 2000 and
Probably like 2 or 3 or something.
yeah. Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
Oh, so not even in high school.
I didn't go to in high school. I had no car.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Kuti, what was your joint?
First concert. I'm trying to remember. No, I do remember. It was India RE in Boston.
What girl was you trying to impress?
So right. I was
shame, no shame.
I was a young beau, and she was like into shea butter and
Black soap. That's what's up.
Yeah, it was saying. So I was like, "Yo, what type of music you like?" She was like, "I like neon soul." So I was like, "All right,
Yeah, me
cool."
too.
Yeah, that
I
yeah.
love Neon Toes.
I like it too.
Okay.
So I ended up looking online. I was like, "Yo, let me find some cars. Let me like trying to find some neon soul." Like I was looking at like Floetry, Geos,
I was
Geo
gonna say it,
Sky.
yeah.
He said neon.
Neo soul.
I
Neo.
can't let you keep
I'm
saying
sorry.
it. People are gonna
My
judge
fault.
you.
My fault.
And I don't
You're
want people
right.
to judge
You're right.
You're a great guy.
I see you're a great guy. So I ended up trying to like find for somebody, and like a lot of people wasn't on tour at the time being, and then India Ari had do some last minute. She did like a Christmas type special and whatnot, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna snag those tickets, and it was in Boston. So I was like, yo, Leia, like after whatever you're doing on Sunday, like yo, just take this ride with me. And she was like, all right, like where we going? I'm like, going to Boston.
Look at this guy.
So yeah, so I was like, all right. So we pull up to Boston, and she was like, all right, like what are we doing in Boston? I was like, oh, don't worry about it. We're about to go in this like little bar area. And she was like, all the way to Boston, like. And then as soon as she walked in, she saw the merch, and she was like, nah. I'm like, yeah, I gotta do it.
We're gonna get
I
our
have to
auras
ask.
aligned.
Yeah, what's up?
Did you get?
I was gonna say.
Did you get? Did you
gonna
get?
say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
a gentleman don't kiss and tell. With
Yeah.
I mean, you got
Good
you
shit.
You don't have to tell what happened, but at least you know.
Shit.
Yeah, man. We it was a what we do? We ended up getting something to eat, and I was like, oh, like it's late. We can stay in Boston. She was like, no, let's go drive back home. And I'm like, all right, cool. And next thing you know, she plays the tunes, and she was like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like you have to drive home.
Hey.
I was like, huh? Come again? And
That's what she said.
so
Grow up, Jen.
No, I'm
so
grown.
yeah, man. It was dope, man. I ain't gonna front. And then I immediately the next day my concert by myself. I went to a Fab concert.
You said the next day.
Yeah, the next day. So it was like literally back to back.
Wow.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I saw other people. That,
Had to get the hood back.
yeah, I gotta get the hood back. So like I saw Fab and like, man, listen, never disappoints. Never disappoints.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the one person. I'm lying. I seen Fab.
You've been to mad concert.
Tisha got like some free tickets from her job, and we went. But we went. I think it was a Fab concert, and it was like Jeremiah was one of the openers, and a couple other people. It was at Lupo's, but it took so long, and it felt so odd because we were at the cusp of not being young people anymore.
Yep, I remember this one. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like it felt uncomfortable because Jeremiah brought these young girls on stage, and it was just like, he's going to jail tonight. And it just took so long for Fab to get on stage that we ended up leaving before he performed.
And there was an issue about that. Weren't a lot of people like tweeting about Fab taking forever to get on stage? Or
Maybe
yeah.
that's possible
Yeah, I
because we
remember
definitely left and missed him. Same thing with 2 Chainz. I missed him performing. I bought the tickets and everything.
Why are you leaving early, yo?
You know I love 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
You know I love.
T-Boy,
love.
Wow.
I love 2 Chainz. He came to Lupo's. I was excited. My friends went, but there was so many because I don't really go to a lot of hip hop concerts. I usually reggae, and it's usually like chill vibe. And there was so many people fighting in there,
Yeah.
and it was, and I, we were in dresses and stuff, and I got like liquor poured on me, and people bumping into me, fighting, getting thrown out, and we were drunk, so we was just like, fuck it, we're just gonna leave. We took a taxi and went home.
Yo, and that reminds me of the plight of women because if we're in that environment, maybe not Darren, but if we're in that environment,
Gotta exclude you on this one, brother.
we're cool. I'm like, yo, they wilding over there, and then you get right back to what you're doing.
Yeah.
But sometimes
Wait, why am I not included?
you are
your
Darren.
vagina.
You are-
Why?
Darren, you're included. You're
What? No.
I simply jest. And he said,
He doesn't just.
I mean, I
said your
done
vagina.
seen some crazy concerts outside of hip hop, like when Davido came.
yeah.
Like there was a brawl. Like,
I
Well,
Right.
but that's
Bro.
come on. You know how Africans be.
yeah, but
But
come
I
on,
My
remember-
man,
jollof, my jollof. My jollof, my
it's the best.
I
jollof.
was gonna say,
You mean
like,
at Lupo's?
it's the
who's talking
best.
about jollof at a concert
Like,
though?
yeah, there was, yo,
You'd be
yo,
surprised.
man, the egos, man, the
You
egos.
mean at Lupo's?
Yeah, well, was it Lupo's? Nah, it was before. Yeah, it was at Lupo's. It was
Because I
not
wait
too
to that
long
one,
ago.
and I thought it was actually pretty. But then again, I don't stay nowhere to the very end because of that reason.
Nah,
So I probably left like 5 minutes before it ended.
There was most definitely a brawl.
Oh, wow.
I
I
just
definitely
had a
missed
way
it.
of words, and it was like, all right, I'm gonna see you at this spot. And it was like, all right, cool, and then it spilled out to the street.
Oh, see, no. By the time
Yeah,
it's in
I
the
was
streets,
like-
I'm at home.
Yeah, a concert like that is like hip hop adjacent, right? It's just in that realm. If like T with Savage comes, they're not gonna fight at that show. But David O is gonna bring
That
out
was a
those.
great show, though.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
most
the David
definitely.
It was
an amazing
yeah,
show.
most
Yeah, I
definitely.
missed
Most
that.
You
definitely.
did miss it. And I was very sad that you
Most
missed it.
definitely.
Yeah,
It was
life.
It was
It's a
definitely-
life.
Yeah.
You know,
Responsibilities.
I mean, I don't like to. I hate when people compare, but I liked it better than when Alu
Wizkid.
came. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was better than Wizkid's
Wow.
concert.
Energy is different, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I feel like Wizkid's more of like a commercial type guy. Like, so he's like, I like, yeah. So.
Darren does that. He'll just start humming out of nowhere.
Oh, my bad. I thought he was referencing the
Nope.
doo-doo.
It's all-
I'm like, oh yeah, that
It
was
was on
kind
in
of
my head.
like.
I was like, "What's that David O song?"
That's his boy band.
Thanks, Jim. Anyway,
But yeah, I would have to agree. I think his energy and like when he performs. Like he's not the type of person like I'm all extra. Like he'll take everything.
He
off.
threw his jacket in the crowd, right?
Oh, sure.
And he demanded his jacket back.
Yeah,
Did
that's
he
kind of
really?
stupid.
Yeah. He demanded his jacket back because I don't know if it was high end or whatever.
Yeah, you
but I
don't
think he
just-
must have saw somebody spill a drink, and then he was like, "Yeah, nah, give me my jacket back."
Yeah,
What?
usually you throw it to the back where your
Yeah.
man's is so they can collect it. You don't throw it
Yeah.
in the crowd. He's too high.
Yeah.
I thought he threw it out so somebody could keep it. Because I thought he threw it out for a girl to take it, and I felt like a guy took it. And I remember going,
What guy is gonna
Yo.
fight
Because the
over
guys-
a man's
that's the
jacket?
thing.
Hey man,
and I don't mean to disrespect because I love my African men and African men are
Nah, do it. It's okay.
chivalrous and all. But when I go to these concerts for like African concerts, I feel like the men at those concerts are less gentleman-like. You know what I'm saying? Like if a guy and a girl are walking up to the door at the same time, African dude will try to rush and get in front of the girl.
Yeah.
And it's like, bruh, come on. You know, little shit like that. So like they're like pushing in front of the girls. So yeah, I mean they are taller than the girls. Like let the girls get in front of you. If anything,
Right.
that's how you're supposed to do. So you could dance up. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are doing it all backwards. But I'm not saying all African men.
Nah, call it like you see it.
No, but it's
wasn't
not
there.
all. But it's them very JJC dudes.
I hate to kind
There
of
you
play a
go.
little devil's advocate.
Oh, I like
Play
this.
it.
Get
Cool.
spicy.
I've seen some African women
Okay.
get like real deal like attitude like nah, I've been here first, and I don't know, maybe it's just like traumatized like as a kid, because when my mom looks at me I just like pause. So when I see an African woman give me that death stare, I'm like, yo, chill, like you got it.
And that's what I'm saying, because you're a gentleman.
I
but
mean,
these dudes will like
it
really
would-
like push
it-
and
it
like
would-
fight you.
But why you gotta be like
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be
African
that.
women are more, I feel like African women are a little bit more rude than African men.
I think both are just rude.
I can agree with that.
And if both are equally rude,
It's not gonna mesh well.
it's not gonna mesh well. One, and if one has to back down, in the African community, it's like a sword fight. In the African community, the man is supposed to be like the head, and the woman's supposed
of
to follow
course.
behind.
Of course.
Whereas in like American chivalrous and whatever community, the man is supposed to let the women kind of get a little bit of leeway, and while the man is being the gentleman. So it's not the same dynamic. And
So how much is leeway?
don't push me.
No facts.
I mean, I didn't push you. I mean, I just like shifted you.
Nah. Nah, don't shoot
Like
me.
just like, hey, look, excuse me, miss.
Like
let
if
me
I
get
got here
through.
before you and I'm planted, my feet are flat. I'm planted. It's not like we both got here at the same time. I'm planted. I've been here for
Both
like 20
feet
minutes.
Made contact to the ground.
Planted, like I'm playing
It's-
football.
The catch is good.
Catch is good, yeah.
And then you hear your song and now you're like pushing and you're like
Yeah, that's OD.
doing this. Like I can't. So I can't be in the front or near the front during African concert. I have to go all the way to the back.
So if a dude be like, yo, excuse me, I really want.
They don't do that.
No, I'm just saying, hypothetically.
They say excuse me, yeah.
Okay, fair.
It does mean play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody says excuse me. They just push. And I don't.
Darren,
like
how do you feel about African women?
I love African women.
There you go. All right, that's it. Don't say
that's
too
it.
much.
That's it.
But while we're talking about spice, shout out to our guest from last week, the pre-game podcast, for joining us. Listen, I just thank you for joining us. I'm gonna leave it there.
Nah, shout out to Wale. Shout out to Bree.
Brianna.
Yo, Brianna's super intelligent, and there was some good conversations that we can
some
continue.
very good points that were made.
Yeah, so I
throughout.
look forward to chopping it up with them again.
Yes.
Brianna, super bright.
Yes.
Thanks for coming through,
And
y'all.
please, this will be joining the
pregame
pregame
podcast
podcast
this Saturday.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, so check us out on that on SoundCloud.
Another crossover episode.
Yeah, we out here.
Oh,
I'm surprised you didn't get the horn.
We tried that.
it's ship is sailed. It's all right.
Darren again.
If I had an aux hole in my thing, I'd have took over, but I don't.
He's looking for holes.
You can't ever find them.
See,
That's what I heard.
look.
No,
That's what's up.
this was an alley oop. That was.
Oh yeah, true.
That's what I heard. I don't know off experienced people.
I was gonna say
You never
something
had to look
stupid.
for a hole, Darren?
Whoa.
Not with him.
Hey.
He meant in general.
In general.
But I know with him.
Why would I think?
Because I said to him, he can't find a hole. And you say you don't know from experience. That's why I'm like, no, let's just clear that up.
All right, okay.
To be clear, people.
Completely clear.
I did not have sexual
I've
relations
never looked.
with that woman.
And I know where my holes are at.
Tell him, Queen.
I mean, they ain't hard to
I know
find.
myself.
Tell him, Queen. Tell him where that hole is.
It's where it belongs.
Thanks.
If you had a map,
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, oh my
X
God.
marks the spot.
Lord have mercy.
It's
Oh,
at the
man.
X. Ain't no bend, no curve.
Y'all really trip. Trip out there, y'all. Trip.
So what are we talking about?
Talk about Kuti. What you doing? What you got going on?
Well, I was going to talk sports because I know you mentioned.
Oh yeah, man.
Little movement, Jen. You saw some of the movement.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Mad movement.
Yeah.
In the NFL.
Yeah, we can make it quick because I know a lot of people.
But you don't want to talk about what he's doing?
Oh no! Oh,
I mean,
actually,
it's up to y'all. I'm
Yeah,
we'll
what you
start
doing?
with you, and then we'll get into the
Okay.
the
The
birthdays.
okay. You know, living an adult life outside your typical adult life. I got a couple projects I'm working on.
Oh, this I didn't know. All right.
I got long story short, to kind of like simplify, I got to a debate with one of my closest friends that does music. And he's been producing for a little bit. Shout out to my boy Nice Hits. And he's if some people don't know, that's Franchise's younger brother.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
yeah, a lot of people don't know until like you actually like see the connection or y'all see them talk. It's like, oh, all right, they're like they look like they're related. But me and him been chopping it up, and I've been kind of pushing him to like push out his project. And I'm like, hey, look, man, you've been doing the beats, you've been doing the R&B, like you got to push out a project. And he's kind of been like dragging his feet, and he was like, yo, you always coming for me. He was like, well, you doing something? So I was like, I'm not a type of mixtape DJ. I was like, that's not my cup of tea. And he was like, well, challenge yourself. And nobody's going to look out for you than your mans. Like Greg said, like we chop it up, we joke around, all this extra stuff, hee ha. But like when he said that, I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to put my best foot forward and like actually work on a project. You know, I'm actually going to put on a mixtape. Don't know what I'm going to do, what type of genre of music, but I most definitely am going to like actually buckle down and get it done.
Ooh, I have many themes that I want DJs to make. So if you need help,
I got you.
No, she has no.
No, I believe it. Trust me, I believe it.
Yeah.
I like I said, since episode 5, so I believe it.
So middle child.
Yes.
Being of two generations, so to speak, you've seen what the mixtape game was like before,
Yes.
and how it had a longer life.
Yes.
Right. I don't even know if people drop mixtapes nowadays.
They still do. Doesn't get as much recognition.
Right.
No, because
Unfortunately.
it's almost the market is
Yeah,
saturated.
it's like it's really just obsolete. Where it's just like, oh, I got a mixtape,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Go to my
oh.
SoundCloud and you'll find.
Yeah,
all
that's
of
it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like no one. There's maybe like 4 DJs I can think of off the top of my head that actually still do the hard copies.
Wow.
They actually do CDs and whatnot. Granted, like 9, 10, 10, most cars don't even have CD players anymore. It's I don't know, man. It's tough because it's like I remember the cassette tapes. I remember like the times where you had to wind up the tape real quick with a plastic fork
Right.
or a plastic knife, and then going from CDs, which was dope. And like you could still see it here and there, like certain spots, little pop up shops. But now everything's digital.
Yeah.
So,
and
like,
if Jen, I did this with Jen. She had a dope reggae tape that I liked. What was it?
Assassin.
Silent Assassin.
No, regular Assassin.
Oh,
The
Assassin.
artist.
Oh yeah.
I was
So-
actually playing that this week.
So I took it off of her and I burned it.
Oh, you
no,
mean?
and way back when.
Oh, Select the Bomb Bomb.
Select the Bomb Bomb. Oh, so dope. It was the greatest. The greatest
Of all time to go.
Greatest of all time.
That's
joint.
the one I got him to get me. And no, you still can't borrow it.
Oh, fuck. So so I borrowed it off of her because I thought it was dope. I burned it. Did I give it back? I didn't give it back.
Somebody didn't give it back.
Somebody didn't give it back. I don't know if it was me. But that's what it was, right? Because I couldn't just go on SoundCloud and listen to that or somewhere. So I got to live with it. I got to appreciate the mixes. I got to become a fan of Select the Bomb Bomb because of how dope the tape was,
I
right?
actually got that from Skippy White's.
Got it from Skippy White's. So now it's a little different because like how I referenced my son and the younger generation.
Yep.
They're listening to mixes of songs anyways. It's not mixed together, but so what is the allure now of a particular DJ giving them a mixtape? How do you grab
honestly,
people's attention?
you got to use the social media platform. You know, the social networks, Facebook, IG, you know what I mean, Snapchat, SoundCloud, YouTube, every nowadays, like a lot of the music stuff like iTunes, Spotify, you really got to utilize that platform.
Right.
Granted, you're going to automatically see the mainstream stuff, but by simply saying like, hey, look, I'm on this, you know, Spotify, I am on iTunes. Granted, you know, it's costly, but at least you're getting it out there, and it's now
Right.
easy access. Whereas simply, I just take out my phone, boop, boop, boop. I'm listening to his mixtape, or boop, boop, boop. I'm listening to his single. It is tough because back in the day, it was just like, yo, I had to get it, or you had to go directly to the DJ, and be like, yo, bro, you got any mixtapes? Yo,
Right.
here's 5. Let me get this. Or like, yo, can you bring me a CD? It's tough. It's really tough, but you gotta turn shit into sugar, and that's what a lot of DJs are doing now, and it's working. I mean, it's not as powerful because even with the club scene. I think
I was
Franchise,
gonna go there next.
Yeah, I think even Franchise had touched it up on here when he gets paid with Boom. Nowadays it's like, oh, who's DJ? Before, back in the day, it was who's DJ. Now it's like, oh, you guys got hookah?
Right.
No?
Yeah, no, facts.
No, you don't got hookah? Nah, I ain't coming. All right. Because nowadays it's like, all right, you can put a DJ on there, but it's like, they're going to hear what they're going to hear.
Exactly.
And with Rhode Island, not in a bad way, it's predominantly more of a Spanish vibe. I mean, I love the Spanish community, and I'm never going to saturate the Spanish community or the Spanish community, but it's like now that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you have the African community, which is like really small.
That was necessary.
That was necessary.
That was necessary. Sorry, continue.
No, that's not good. You have the African community, which is small, but they have certain platforms as well.
I was going to say, a lot of the Jamaicans now are saying that the African
it's merging.
vibe is not even merging. The African vibe's kind of taking a lot of the market share
Yes.
that the reggae area had before.
Because Africans were going to the reggae clubs before.
Yeah.
So now it's like we have our own type of music, so it's like, we like reggae, but the African DJs know how to play reggae.
Yeah.
So I don't need to go to a
I need
reggae
to do a
club.
reggae spot to get my African fix.
Yeah.
All reggae.
And it's crazy nowadays, and it's like I really remember that, like, yo, if a certain DJ wasn't DJ, I was not gonna be there.
Exactly.
Facts.
I was
Exactly.
not gonna be
Yeah.
there.
And if a certain DJ came, and even if I didn't want to go out,
I was going.
I'm
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's maybe like I would say like in Rhode Island, about like 3 DJs that I know for a fact that always get their like crowd packed.
Can you name them? Shout them out.
DJ Diamond for one, youngest in charge.
Okay.
That's my young bull. I rock with him heavy, and like he's been doing it since he was like 8. Know what I mean? So like he's been doing it heavy. Another respectable DJ. I gotta be a little biased, franchise.
Shout out.
I got a little bit biased. That's my older brother. He always gets a good crowd in there. Trying to think as well. Third DJ.
Because I was thinking about that. I was same conversation back when franchise was here. And if I wanted to go out, what would get my old ass to get out the house? I want to know I'm going to hear good music. Okay, who plays good music? I wouldn't know what DJ to check their social media to see where to go.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And like he said, the things that people are looking for now for parties is different than what we look
oh
for.
my
Yeah.
god.
So even
Most
today,
definitely.
our good friend Tisha, she was like, "Do you know what a darty is?"
Who?
Right, that's what I said. I was like, "Was it a dirty party?"
So this don't make no sense.
Right. She was like, "It's day party." I'm like, "Then why wouldn't they just
Really?
say
They
day
call it
party?"
that?
Wow. Yes,
Right.
they do. They
and
do.
so she was saying that a
That's
lady at her
nasty.
job said that. And she was like, yeah, that's what they call day parties. It's darty, da-da-da-da. And so she asked us because she had the same reaction that we had. And I'm like, that's not a thing. She's like, yeah, it's a thing. I'm like, it's not a thing. No one says that. So now I'm at work later on in the day. There's 4 of us that work in the back, four ladies. One girl just graduated from URI, and the other 2 girls are our age. So I said to the girl from URI, I asked her, she's like, yeah, it's a day party. We say to URI. I'm like, it's not a
Darty?
Are we old? I was just.
and
new lingo.
and I said
It's
to
the
her, I'm
new
like, that's
lingo.
not a thing. She's like, yes, it is. That's what everybody calls it. I'm like, why wouldn't you just say day party?
Really?
Like, it's only 2 letters you're eliminating.
Right.
And she was like, no, because it's more syllables. I'm like, it's 1 syllable.
It's 1 syllable.
That's not a thing.
So,
And so
wait,
then I said
it's
to
a
the
trend.
older girls,
That's-
well, not older, the girls our age, and I said, do you guys want to what a darty is? And they were like, no. So I told them, and one girl was like, why don't they just call it a party and say it starts at 2 o'clock? Like, why would you? I'm like, all right, so it's not just me. But yeah, same thing. Like, so we don't know what a darty is. We don't know who these DJs are.
Oh,
and it
God.
doesn't matter who the DJs are because now what gets people to go out? Is it brunch?
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
it a day party?
Oh god.
Are there mimosas? That's what people go out for. Is there hookah, like you
Yeah,
said?
that's the new thing, man.
And that's it.
I think honestly, hookah most definitely tainted a lot of DJs that really like know how to spend.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating because it's just like, unfortunately, I fall in that stereotype because
Right.
like now I'm like, oh, let me get a hookah. How much for the hookahs? Oh, they got hookahs after 10. Oh, all right, cool. Let me go over there. Now it's just like I don't even be like, oh yeah, who's DJing? I still do subconsciously where it's like, all right, I'm gonna go support my man's. So if my man's DJing one spot, I literally go like spot to spot to spot, just to be like, hey, look, I'm gonna show you love, boom, boom, boom.
Because they don't charge at the door.
Yeah, they don't charge at the door no more. And it's crazy, like even like in Rhode Island, there's no more clubs.
There's all
Everything's
lounges,
lounges.
bars,
Everything's
so
lounges.
it's darties.
Yeah, it's a darty.
And to me, like I haven't been out in forever. I don't make it a point. I make it a point to not really go out.
Because you go here fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Damn.
Because he's making babies. How else do you make them?
It's a fact.
Right. It's a fact, right? No argument. Yeah, I didn't argue with her.
And no flag on the play.
Yo, Pharaoh.
But
Not the first time.
anyway, But like, when I'm going out, I'm almost not concerned with the music because I feel like I'm gonna hear roughly the same thing from most of the DJs. I'm gonna hear the same trap that I don't care about, unless it's like you or franchise or somebody that I personally know. I almost at this point I'm like, if my friends are going, then I'll go. If it's Paul, Michael, I know Paul what I'm gonna hear with Paul, cool. But I'm not I don't know if that's an older head thing where I'm almost not checking for who's a DJ. I'm almost like, okay, where am I going? I don't know this place. Nah, is Bim gonna be there? I'll go.
Yeah.
No, facts. Understandable.
No,
Completely understandable.
But it's tough for me because I like to dance.
Kind of sounded kind of
I like to dance. I think that's all of us.
But
Jen, don't get me excited.
we're so easy to get to
But
dance.
here's the thing.
But it's true because if I go out and I hear terrible transitions, even in the car, I'm listening to transitions. I'm like, that's terrible. That's
We're
awful.
critical of that,
Yes.
right?
No, understandable.
Even Jen, you can hear bad transitions, and that throws us off. But like the music that's made nowadays isn't even made for the club, right?
No.
Because before you wanted a club hit,
Yeah.
Yes.
something that got people off their ass and on the dance
Now you're
floor.
just looking for that catchy.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter if it's up here or down here. Or
Yeah.
Even with reggae, before it'd be a whole rhythm and 15, 20 people get on it.
Come on now.
And they could just play that
That don't
rhythm.
happen
Yeah.
anymore?
I don't think so.
It's literally a back and forth where they stay with two
Or a
rhythms, and
single.
then it's like Afro beats, then right back to another rhythm, and it's like, wait a minute, that don't. And then next, you have the trap music, and you're like, oh.
and that's my whenever I go.
It throws off because it's like, as a DJ, you want to accommodate for the crowd.
Yeah.
But it's just like
At the same time, you're like,
you're
I
gonna
don't
lose
like
that
this.
portion.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose that. That's a gamble you have to take.
That's nasty.
It happens, man. It's the new era that we live in. It's the new era. It's sad. And it's unfortunate because it's like you said, you like to go out and have dance, legit
Yeah.
dance, get behind something, two-step, and now it's just like, yo, bro, you want a shot? Yo, you getting the hookah? All right, cool. Yo, let's
Man.
let's
And then you have those places
you
that
chipping in
we're
the
gonna play
bottle.
old school night, and it's like, all right, there I go. That's my niche, old school. At least I know.
And that's why I like going to bars because they have jukeboxes. I can just
Yeah, I
Say
get
what
to
you
choose
want.
what I
Yeah.
want.
So-
Understandable.
So for you, Kuti, since you're in the DJ field, active, you want to put out a project, and it's mostly for promotion, right? Because nowadays you're
Of
not going
course,
to make
of
bread
course,
off of that.
of course.
So what are you trying to do when DJing? Is it club scene? Is it just private gigs? Is it kind of whatever?
I
Like,
mean,
what's-
honestly, I got to the point where like when I was younger, I was thirsty to be in the club, and like when I finally got there, and it was just like it's not bad, pays good, but it's like like I'm really rocking the crowd, I'm really having a good time, and then it's like seeing the business aspect of it started to get frustrated.
There
Where it's
you
like,
go.
oh yeah, I got you tomorrow, man. Just I mean, like my bad, we didn't do too good at the door, or like it was.
episode of Atlanta.
I did fine behind
like,
the tables.
Yeah, like I mean, like it was a light night, so here's a little something, and it's like now you're like disrespecting the craft,
Right.
And then it just got to the point where it's like, you know what? I gotta switch up my demographics.
not worth it.
Yep.
Yeah, and then at the time being, I'll be brutally honest, I was in a relationship, and she didn't really condone the whole night lifestyle because a lot of stuff was going on.
That's tough in itself.
So
yeah.
it's like one of those things where it's like, hey, look, boo, you met me when I was a DJ. You knew I was doing this, but just a
And
compromise.
now you have that on your back, and you're
Yeah.
happy with the money you make.
Yeah, and I
and
mean-
she's in your corner talking about, well, look at you
Yeah.
came home with $25. You spent $25. You gonna chill with me, and you only came home with $25. Now you all mad because you're $25.
Darren is triggered.
Yo, man, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts.
I gotta hear
It
your
most
mouth on
definitely-
top of my $25 in my
Yo,
pocket.
it hurts. And it's just like, yo, it hurts.
I purposely didn't buy a couple burgers on the way home because
Yo, for
I'm
real.
sorry.
If I came back with $20, and be like, yo, you didn't get me nothing to eat.
Girl, what you do last night? Nothing. Waiting for this food. This $25. Like, come on, man. I told you could have came with me if you wanted to.
Yo, for real. It happens like that, man. And honestly, that's what kind of like shunned me away from the clubs a little bit. So I had to switch up my demographic, and like I started doing more like personal events and like private
There you go.
events, which was
where
which
the
were
money
dope,
is.
which was the money. But like my thing was like I didn't really care for the money. It was just like, all right, like I love DJing. Like I
There you
would
go.
sit home and just practice. Then eventually, like it was just like one of those things where like life events happen. Like I gotta make sure my responsibilities are taken care of. So I weaned off from it. And to this day, my boy Nice, like he was scrutinizing me. It's like, yo, Lan, like you was supposed to be the next in line. And I'm like, I get it, but stuff happens. But I should have had that tunnel vision. So now it's like I'm jumping back into the scene. I'm like starting to do a little bit more events, more public events where it's like, oh, or like I didn't know you DJ. I'm like, yeah, man, I've been doing it for a little bit. And now it's the recognition of like, oh, like, yeah, he's good. You know what I mean? Like, I love the fact that people tell me I'm whack. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to go home and start practicing.
Yeah.
I'm just eat it up.
So as a DJ, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Uh-oh.
So you've been keeping up with this R. Kelly thing.
I knew it was coming.
I seen a meme about
I knew it was
think we
coming.
should ask.
I knew it was
Go
coming.
ahead. Go ahead.
And, from weddings, whatever, cookouts, R. Kelly is a staple. So what do you do? Do you still play it? Or do you just be like, I'm just going to cut out that whole part of my catalog?
So
Darren said, "Oof."
I'll say this because I saw my man Justin. He was actually another guest on the podcast as well.
Just in case, what up,
yep,
what up?
yes, sir. And he actually put up a video of him deleting his folder of R. Kelly
I
songs,
saw that.
which was dope. And I get it. I mean, everybody knows what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. What he did was wrong. If someone asked me, like, hey, can you play R. Kelly? I'll be honest with you. I'm an entertainer, so it's like one of those things where I'll play a snippet.
If they ask,
Yeah, like if I'm getting paid to play the song, then like, and you're cutting my check. If it's someone like randomly, like, hey, look, you play R. Kelly, I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. But if you're cutting my check and say like, yo, I want to hear R. Kelly, I'm not gonna short my money.
My morals ain't that strong for me.
Yeah,
to
I'm
compromise
sorry.
My bottom line.
I'm sorry. Like,
I'll be honest.
look, you're paying me to play the song.
Right.
So if other people feel differently, I'm like, hey, look, this is the person that's cutting my check. If you want me to stop this song, you could give me an extra 20 or something.
Because my thing is, and I've said this before, and I felt strongly about it again this week, some shit that other happened that I might bring up. Once again, we got to stop putting the guilt on ourselves for what he did.
No, facts.
If I listen, and I'm not saying I'm out here listening to, once again, like, I don't want nobody in my inbox, okay? I haven't listened to TB2 in mad long. That used to be my shit, okay? I've stopped listening to R. Kelly. Great album. I haven't listened to it. I'm part of the movement. But what I'm saying is, if somebody is listening to R. Kelly, that doesn't automatically make them a supporter of child rape or,
facts.
or whatever he's doing, cult and this and that. That doesn't mean I support that shit. It just means I like this song.
And he don't even make money off of his shit now.
Especially
Yeah,
if I bought
facts.
the CD and I'm playing the CD. He ain't making shit off of that.
Well, when the documentary first dropped out, he was making a little bit of money, and that's when like the legal stuff started playing. It was like, all right, you ain't getting no money from
Right.
this, because
Yeah.
people was like, oh, like, wait, AJ nothing but a number. Let me go listen to it.
Right.
And like he wrote the song, so it's
Right.
like, all right, he's getting something from it.
Right.
But now, are people actively going to stop listening to the other shit that he wrote?
Like for
Nah.
example, like I was into a mixtape, and it's blends. A lot of blends have R. Kelly in it, and the CD's playing in my car, and it got to a track where it was an R. Kelly track, and I switched it. It was Fiesta mixed with some other beat,
Good job, Jim.
right? And I switched it just your natural habit. But then I'm like, but why do I keep putting myself into the guilty chair?
Right.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't make the mixtape.
Yeah.
I didn't-
It's just you don't hear it the same. You don't hear the song.
You don't hear the
same.
song the same.
Yeah.
But Fiesta's not even one of them songs where he's making these little subliminal,
Right.
he's
No,
talking
of
about
course.
partying.
Of
And,
course.
and but still, I switched the song. But at the same time, I once again don't want people to feel like we have to shame
No.
people for being a DJ and making your money. Like you said, somebody asks you to play the song, you play the song.
Right.
So the thing I was talking about was the politician who's like
Oh.
running for president or some shit. And I go on Twitter and they're like, oh, de Blasio, what the fuck his name is from New York. He's getting all this flack for flapping his arms to I Believe I Can Fly. And
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, first of all,
I remember that.
who dances to I Believe I Can Fly?
Nobody.
No fucking
You might cry to it.
Yeah, for real.
Just sit and reflect
I almost
to it.
started singing. Oh man, what a
You
great
can't,
song!
right? You can't even do that. No
When
more.
MJ came up the spaceship.
Now it's here in your heart. You got to hold it in your throat.
for me.
Like y'all out here throwing out your Space Jams?
Yo,
no,
facts.
because then I don't want to hear it.
Ready to play baseball.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, let me dig into this. What exactly does this old white man dance to? That y'all are mad. So he went to a black church because that's what white politicians do. They go to black churches in the South.
She right.
And they try to garner support from the black people in the churches because
The
that's
colored
where the
folks.
beginning of the, blah, blah, in the black community. And the people in the church, the band or choir, whatever,
yeah.
was singing I Believe I Can Fly. And these congregation members were doing this with their arms. And
was
he
doing it
just
too.
standing there mad confused for a few seconds. And then he just kind of did it to fit in with the group.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to come at him. Like,
Come out the church.
He's supporting
facts.
child rape. No, he don't even know this song.
yeah.
He don't know R. Kelly.
Come out the church. I was playing the damn song.
Come
in
at the
first
damn
place.
church singing the song.
Right.
They had a whole dance move routine.
Right.
true.
The
When
That
in
is true.
Rome, do as Romans. He's just following along.
before
Right.
you hit, before you, like,
Whoa.
like,
Before you
like,
hit.
like,
Pause.
like, yeah.
That was
so-
wicked.
to
He's a hoe.
Yo.
This fucking guy. Ask for something hot and you think you know a guy.
Oh my god! So Jen asked, about the wedding, not the wedding, but you playing the are you pulling the R. Kelly from your thing?
From what
DJs
thing?
from your set. DJs, you guys are playing whatever, and you play R. Kelly, and you get somebody come to you and like, oh, this is filth. What the fuck you playing? Da da da. How do you react?
You pay me?
First of all,
You pay me?
now is it the example that Kuti gave where the person paying me asked for it, or I just played it on my own?
Just play it on your own.
Oh, well, I wouldn't do such a thing, first of all, Darren,
let's
because I'm
say
an
if you
upstanding citizen.
Yes.
Now, if somebody at the party was offended, I don't want to ruin the vibe of the party. I could easily just switch the song. Just like if, somebody says, don't play that because, I don't know. I'm cool with just switching the song. I got a bunch of
okay,
songs.
so if it's a different artist, if you play Cardi B and somebody's like, oh, I don't like.
I might cut it
she's
halfway through the
trash.
verse transition to something. If people aren't feeling it, but if the whole crowd is rocking
Right,
and
it's
one
one
person comes up,
person.
I'm leaving it.
Okay, so if the whole crowd is rocking,
Yeah.
and to
One
step in the name of
person
love,
is like,
I'm letting it rock. I'm like,
Yo, for
They
real.
stepping,
Honestly,
you get
like,
to
hey,
stepping.
yo, for real. Like, look, I'm here to entertain the crowd. If
Right.
you are one person out of the crowd. Now, if it's the whole crowd, then it's
Right,
like, all right,
that's
cool.
different, yeah.
But if it's just one person, I'm gonna say I'm playing R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Now, have I played R. Kelly recently? Yes. I
Oh.
played like 2 songs.
plot twist.
Yeah. For real, because one, it was just to test out the waters, and I'm ballsy. I'm just like, hey, look, let me
So
see
you
what's
played
up.
it at a gig?
Yeah.
Oh.
Played it at the gig. I played it at my homegirl that we went to high school with. She turned 30. So I was like, all right, let me play this song. So I played Stepped in the Name of Love. The OGs kind of looked at me like, this what he doing? And I'm like, okay, you didn't even know about this whole situation. Or you didn't, if it wasn't for the documentary, you would never be like, oh, well, he's a bad person. or
that's
he
not
this and
true.
that.
The old heads knew, and they ignored it
they
all the
ignored
time.
it.
But
we
yet
we
they
all
still,
ignored
but
it.
yet
Right.
still at the weddings and the cookouts, they still
They was
stepped
dancing.
in the
That's
name of
what I'm
love.
saying. They're all like
so I'm
brand
like,
new.
no, like don't do that. Don't switch up.
Yeah.
Criticize this man for his music and criticize him from outside of his music.
Right.
There's 2 separate entities. Musically, he's good. Outside of what he's doing outside of music, no, like it's wrong.
so
Everybody
folks
knows
are
he's
dancing.
all the way
when
wrong.
he played
Yeah,
it?
folks was dancing. They were still dancing. Like I would say, like the grandma was like,
Yeah.
like boy, you won't change that. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. Like you still people are vibing, people are having a good time. I'm not doing that for you. I'm sorry. You have your opinion just as much as I have my opinion.
And what about the second?
Step in the Name of Love, and I think it was not Fiesta. Shoot, what was it?
It's a really good song, guys. It's good music.
No, it was at a different event. It was Hotel.
Your tone when you say
It was Hotel.
See, hotel's a little bit problematic.
It was,
yeah, you wanna
yeah,
go
yeah.
to my
Nah,
hotel?
it was. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front. It was more of like a predominantly Caucasian crowd.
Yeah.
So I ended up slipping in there, and like a lot of people still vibing.
Wait,
Yeah.
sorry. Just the line. I'm seeing the way you carry yourself. Good. That's what he says.
But hold
Man.
on. No, because you know what?
Worrisome
saying?
line.
For
Like, you
fun,
gotta be careful.
For fun. I was listening to
I'm a flirt because that's a
whatever-
bad one.
no other people's music.
Same girl's a bad one.
Because you can easily do that with anybody's music. Like when I was listening to whatever song, I remember the lyrics, but I heard it and I was like, oh, if something ever happened to this dude, they're gonna go back to his lyrics and say that sounded suspect. You can do that with anybody's music.
You can.
Yeah,
Seeing
yeah,
the way
no,
you
Darren,
carry
you can.
yourself,
You can.
girl.
You can with
You
one
can
or
do-
2 songs with anybody possible.
No,
I know, but
literally-
with a catalog of work,
He has a lot of songs where you're
Everything
I mean-
seems like if something happens, I'm not even gonna put bad stuff in the atmosphere. But say something occurred, right, in my life, and I get locked up. People will listen to the podcast or whatever, be like, see, you heard what he said there. See, I knew it. I knew he was smuggling elephant tusks.
For
They
real.
would try to associate.
Look how he's drinking that Crown
anything.
Royale.
Right.
He's not
elephant
No,
tusks.
he's not making a face or nothing.
He drink like a poacher. You
Yo,
know what I'm
for
saying?
real.
They would associate anything.
You got to
with
find
it.
the connection,
I mean-
and the way the media is, once you find that connection,
Yeah.
they're gonna run with it.
Yeah,
that's
you
what
can
I'm
do it with
saying.
almost
So
anything.
because you know that, there's certain songs in R. Kelly's catalog
Now that we, now
that
we know.
that will make people's minds go, you know what? I forgot that I'm at a party.
Right.
Because now I'm thinking about these lyrics. So something like Hotel is one of them songs.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was predominantly Caucasian people that was there, so I was good. They was
Darren.
vibing out.
I want to get with you because you're cutie. There's grown women that are cute. That's not a bad thing.
You call a grown woman cutie?
Yes.
Not me.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I'm sorry.
My wife will
I'm
punch me
calling-
in the face first.
I was gonna say, that's
call
what
your
you
wife
married.
cute?
Dead in the face.
I don't call my wife cutie. Hey, come here, cutie.
Yo,
Nah.
cute ass. Come here.
It's a cute. It's a
I call
cute.
my daughter cutie, not my wife.
Come on.
It's all about verbiage, brother.
Yeah, come on,
It's all
man.
about verbiage.
I don't know.
If it's a wife, I say beautiful. If it's a girl, like a little
R.
kid,
Kelly lyrics.
it's the
I
most
want to
fun.
get with you because you're a cutie. Yeah, that's cool.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's not inherently bad. No.
Yeah, it's not.
But the part where he's like, "Girl, you wanna come to my hotel?" That's the part.
You never had somebody go to your hotel?
Not some person I just met.
You lying.
Me lying?
I'm about to say the smile. The smile is like,
Because
wait a minute now.
I ain't
I'm
gonna
thinking
say
about
nothing.
something specific.
I ain't gonna
but it
incriminate
ain't a stranger.
Whatever. No, but it happened to me because I can't listen to his music the same. It's just tough.
Right.
So I like to randomly listen to my whole library on shuffle. Some was playing, and then the intro for Best of Both Worlds came on. And I was vibing. Best of both. And I was like, I can't even listen to
Shit
whole.
no more.
And I changed it because I got mad.
Yeah.
Technically, you can just fast forward.
I can, but
you
I
nobody
didn't
got time to
feel the
fast forward
same.
because it's not
Yeah.
a CD. You're playing it. You're streaming it from your phone
Right. Oh,
to
yeah,
your
true,
car.
true.
Because if it's a CD, you could press the little double arrows.
Right.
Now it's either I listen to the song or I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel you. And
I can't hear it the
and
same.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm listening to a mix CD where they're playing a Brandy beat, but R. Kelly's singing on it, and it's not even a really R. Kelly song. Now I'm like, fuck
Yeah.
it,
Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't rock with him.
not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
So I just had to ask.
No, understandable. I
But
mean,
if I go to the club and somebody plays R. Kelly, I'm not mad.
are you gonna be dancing though?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not mad. Depends on the song.
So if it was,
And depends on how drunk I am.
Okay, fair. that's the pivotal one.
That we can't measure. We can't measure.
As with any song. Like,
If I'm that lit, then yes. If I'm,
yeah, I mean, because like honestly, even when I worked in the store, I played a lot of the music in the store, and I didn't realize it working in the store because I'm like the manager. I'm supposed to be like whatever. And people are like, Jen, you gotta stop twerking.
wow,
And I'm like,
wow, wow, mid aisle just popping it real quick.
yeah, I'm twerking. Yes, Jen, you're twerking. Because if it's a certain song, if I really like the beat, I'm popping it.
Yeah, she'd be having a crack out. Who thought?
Listen.
No, I hear no rebuttal, so that is true.
No, sir. This is not, the lack of rebuttal doesn't mean that he's right. The crack is out. It is true.
It's okay.
But it's not intentional. I didn't know for a long time until people finally told me.
I've been told you.
Everybody been told me, but I thought I had corrected it because I did different things. I wore different types of pants. I wore longer shirts. I wore cardigans. I even wore a belt for a little bit of time.
Darren's sick of your shit.
Yeah, bro.
After a while, and then people were like, "We still can see a crack." Like, why did you say that in the beginning? Y'all got me out here thinking I'm covered and shit with my joggers on.
Damn.
We see a crack against joggers. So,
Oh, fuck.
but I be working on. See how I'm sitting back in the chair?
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Fuck you.
Oh, so you used to lean forward. So
Yeah.
oh, so
You're
that's
not
what.
helping.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can see
I never heard this on the podcast. That's why I'm like the
because
crack.
I don't talk about my butt crack.
Hey, shoot. Everybody got a plumber crack.
Are you done?
Thank you. Everybody got it. It ain't just me. Everybody
Are
got
you
a butt crack.
done?
It's like, are you done?
Not you. Not you.
Are you done?
Are you done? My hand was in your direction. I'm sorry. Bim, quickly talk about sports.
I want to talk about
Oh
sports.
man,
Nah, just quick shit. Odell going to the Browns, man. That shit's kind of crazy.
that
Wow.
squad is looking dangerous.
Because they really
Who's over
ended
there
they
now? I
ended
don't
the
know
season
who's over
kind
there.
of
So they got
decent.
Kareem
They did.
Hunt.
Okay.
Yeah, did he like
they
beat
got
his wife or
Landry.
something?
You know who?
They got
He kicked
Landry,
some
Jarvis
white girl.
Landry.
Nah, he hit somebody else.
Odell.
Somebody else too?
Obviously Mayfield. And I feel like there was one more.
Yeah, I'd have to pull up the roster, but they're looking solid.
Who's a Browns fan? You know?
I don't know
Not
a single one, but I'm sure.
But next year they will be playing.
I was gonna
LeBron.
say, so let's call it. Let's see.
I know some girl is gonna cut it Odell jersey into a
Oh,
dress.
you already know.
or some
You already
shit.
know. You
Jenna
already
Mayan?
know.
Why gotta be some girl? First of all,
Fine, some
because there's plenty of dudes who jump on a bandwagon before girls do.
for Odell.
Yeah,
I had the
There's,
whole-
there's a lot of Odell. There's a lot of male Odell fans.
Good job.
Nah.
Good job.
I'm gonna say, who's
Practice
your favorite
restraint.
team?
I'm a Patriots fan.
Okay.
I
You are
don't
too, no?
I don't
Yeah,
give
of course.
I don't give two shits for ramen noodle head.
Oh,
but I'm just saying.
Ramen
yeah,
noodle.
yeah. St. Louis Rams
Rams
fan.
Well,
How that happened?
He's always
since like
has been.
2000.
It's weird, right?
Okay.
Ran for a
Okay.
while.
So that the year that they beat the Ravens for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
the year before.
Was it
that.
before?
One of them.
And they
Okay.
played the Patriots before and lost too. But whatever. No
Wow, I
big deal.
see.
But yeah, no, Darren's been riding for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit about
Pause.
ramen.
Pause.
Pause,
I
granddad.
was like, happy about it, huh?
Pause again.
The fam don't get cheddar biscuits, granddad. Yeah.
Such a great episode. This guy still ain't watching. Oh, I finished
that? What y'all
watching
talking about?
The Boondocks.
Oh, no, I'm tripping.
I finished watching Ozark.
What a show.
What a show.
Come
so,
Kuti, so you watch Ozark?
Nah.
Are you a TV person?
I'm a TV person.
What
I'm really like specific with my TVs.
Meaning what?
Like I'm bougie. So like if it doesn't catch my attention by the first episode, I'm like
you
on to
don't
the next.
That's not bougie. That's impatient. Like,
yeah, but I don't know, man. It takes a lot to.
You gotta let the
engage.
series breathe for at least 3
Yeah.
episodes. You gotta give it like
last
3
time
episodes.
last time I did that, I was disappointed. I was like, yeah,
what
no.
show was that?
What do you call it? Sons of Anarchy. Sons of
of
Anarchy.
You were disappointed?
Yeah, I was disappointed.
Sons is in my top 10.
Yeah.
Somebody else said that yesterday. That was
How
the
many
best show
episodes
ever.
you get through?
I got to like 5.
Oh, you're bugging.
Yeah, I was
You're
like,
bugging.
yeah, nah.
That
I'm
show
so-
made me cry.
I'm sorry. I
No,
couldn't-
literally made me
I
cry.
remember
I'm sorry.
hearing like the 6 of you guys when we were last out.
Yeah.
You guys were having an in-depth
Yeah.
conversation. I was just like, I don't think I could be around you guys right
Yeah,
now.
one
Somebody
episode.
definitely told me yesterday that was like the best show ever.
Yeah, hell of a show.
Yeah,
I will
I
try to
tried
start
honestly.
watching it. I
I
don't
even
know if she
revisited the show, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I was younger. I was immature. I was like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. Nope, couldn't do it.
We'll get to Ozark. Because now I'm like, he
feels personally
Which
attacked.
shows do you rock with? What are some of your shows that you would recommend to people?
Game of Thrones,
Okay, for sure.
Walking Dead.
It's still?
Yeah, it's still going. So,
Yeah.
my boy Rich is back. I mean, not Rich. Negan's back.
That sounds
what
like
else
nigger.
is there? So- Did you?
I love her, like in the lowest of tones.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
She's gonna be an ill grandma, yo.
Sounds like nigga, baby. No. Gotham. What else is there? Flash.
You know, I just picked up Green Arrow again.
Green Arrow's dope.
Because it's the last season that they're about to do.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Green Arrow's dope.
So you like network stuff mostly?
Kind of, sorta ish. Not really. I mean, like I'll pick up a Netflix series. What do you call it? Was it Shameless? Yeah, Shameless was my joint for a little bit.
I love Shameless. Yeah.
What else was there?
So he's not too far off from you.
Not too far off.
There was one series that I love, and I'm waiting for them to come back. It was on, I think, HBO or Showtime. It's called Shy. Dope.
Shy.
Dope.
Oh,
show.
the Shy.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Shy.
yeah.
Yes, that I can't
Yeah,
wait.
I think
till it
that's
comes
Showtime.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
wait till that comes back. That's
All right,
like,
so you're not too bad. You gotta give Sons a chance. That's a hell of a show.
I tried. I honestly tried. Like legit, I tried.
So let me ask you, Game of Thrones, were you hooked first, second episode, or did you have to?
It was a build up. I think by the 6th episode, I was sold.
Oh, okay.
Because
give Sons a 6.
what really gave it
Sorry,
like
Jen.
really engaged me was more so because as a kid I'm a nerd. I mean, I love the dragons and all the extra stuff. So like
Okay.
that to me was
So
like,
that
all right,
appealed to
cool.
you.
Yeah, that appealed to me. So I was like, all right,
It wasn't the
cool.
brother and sister fucking each other that got you.
I mean, seeing that was very traumatizing.
right.
I'm like, yo, wait a minute, like you guys are just doing this.
See, but they
like,
just put that in your head that they're brother and sister.
yeah,
Once you take that out,
nah,
then you
man.
get over the hump.
Nah, man. I had a
Get over
long-
the hump.
Literally. That's good. I couldn't do it.
Just gotta disregard the facts.
I was like, yo, I'm sold.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me to like. There's key things within the series that has to get my attention in order for me to like, I'm a fan or
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep watching.
My show's coming back Monday.
Which one's that?
I've been waiting since like December.
Look at you.
Is it like you?
Which show?
911.
Oh,
It's
you
been on
saw
hiatus this whole time. I'm like so gassed.
Darren,
right
are you
now.
still watching that?
No, I didn't watch that one.
Oh,
I
I
thought you
watched
saw
the
you said you was gonna watch it.
yeah, but
Million
I
Little
got
Things.
stuck on Million Little
Are you still
Things.
watching it?
Yeah,
That's so good, right?
It's pretty
that
good.
last one was so good,
The last
where they
one-
showed why he was feeling guilty. Dude who killed himself.
they started to show. I don't think I.
Oh,
Okay,
you
I didn't see the
finish?
last one. I saw the one before.
I won't.
Why y'all
It's a
like
good-
shows where you cry?
Well, so I can tell you, maybe
emotional.
because I'm a piece of shit. I haven't cried.
Oh,
at the
okay.
show, but I feel like as men, it touches on subjects that
Yes.
like, we should be talking about
Yes,
as men.
I gotta
absolutely.
talk about that actually. So after the show, we'll get into
Yeah.
some.
Yeah,
There's a-
and,
there's
and
a-
I'm a female, but watching it, I'm like,
Yeah, like man,
I can see this being a thing where like guys should watch this, and
the thing with the dad and the brother, the
Yeah,
black guy.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
yeah, that's
Yeah,
real.
that's a-
and the fact that they made him a black character,
Yeah.
I feel was intentional and it was necessary.
it was very necessary.
Yeah, I love that
and,
show.
and in his breakdowns, I was like,
yeah,
this is a thing that we should be talking
and how
about.
he like sacrifices himself for his wife, and yeah, the whole show's great.
Yeah.
Oh, word. So I should check it out, right?
Yeah,
Million
I
Little
mean,
Things, absolutely.
check
The
it out.
first, that first episode, you know how he was saying being.
I think I
hooked on
watched the first episode.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it is getting a bit wild.
yeah.
And it's like, whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
hey,
shit, cancer.
hey.
Okay.
Oh, it's a cancer. Oh my god. Good lord.
Shit, cancer. Game of Thrones back in a month. Woohoo.
Oh, oof. Yo,
Still haven't
Game of
watched season
Thrones.
7.
I don't buy sneakers. You know that because of you, right?
That's not dope.
Adidas is dropping Game of Thrones
yes.
boosts.
Yes.
Ultra boost.
Yes.
Wow.
Guess who's copping? If I can, I'm copping.
They're making
They
like
didn't
a,
offer those to
like
us. I have to talk to Leo.
Yeah.
No, it's strictly off
Sub
of the
for the
website.
The consortium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the White Walker ones, I'm gonna try to cop, and also the
that sounds
the
dope.
Night's Watch joint.
That sound. They both sound
I'm
dope.
gonna have to hit him up, see what I can do.
If you can, please talk to your
This
people.
week I
Not
started
for
to
you.
get back
It's
into,
not for you. It's
I
for
started to
me.
get back into like the theory videos.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I still
was
haven't
like,
watched season 7. Please don't kill me.
What?
I know.
No, you know what? It's a good time to go back.
I
Yes,
think that's the
it
thing.
is.
You
So
know,
at
at
least
work we were
everything's
talking about it
fresh.
too.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you know what? That's kind of smart.
I'm
Yeah.
jealous
because
that you have that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just literally
that's why
burn right through
Clarabelle specifically will watch a show to the very last episode and will stop. And she's like,
I do that all the time.
I don't know how she
I
does
do
it.
that
It makes
all
me
the
so like
time.
insane. Like, yo, did you watch the last episode? She's like, nah, I stopped. Like, what do you mean you stopped?
I do that, especially with reality shows where it's like somebody wins, like MasterChef and stuff. I'll watch the whole season, and then when it gets to the episode when somebody wins the damn show,
Yeah.
I always forget to watch.
Wow.
I never know who
like,
wins.
I always say to her, like, how could you do that? And then
How
I
could she
think-
stop?
How could you stop? And then I think back to when I watched the last episode and how empty I felt, realizing
There's no more.
no more for another 2 years. So like, I guess you're the smarter of the two of us right
Yeah.
now.
I have a question for you, sir. Since you're married, do you wait for your wife to watch the show? If y'all watching a series
Spicy.
together,
You about to get him
So
divorced?
no, it's a good question.
It's a great question.
It depends.
he knows he's gonna get a shovel.
It depends on the show. It depends how we start. So Breaking Bad, we started together, and we were keeping up. We were going together. You can't watch without me. Okay, cool. And then it was like, okay, let's watch it tonight. And she'd fall asleep, and I'd be like, all right, cool, and watch watch 2 episodes.
Betrayal.
Betrayal in its purest form. And then I wake up the next day. She's like, "You watched it without me." I'm like,
TV's still hot.
But and there's no way to lie. Netflix is like, oh, you want to pick up where you left off on episode 9? Like, damn, Netflix, you saw my alma stuck, right?
Netflix, yo, out here, dog. Out here, airing out everybody, yo.
Right. Netflix is you saw my alma stuck. I couldn't do anything else. Netflix. But now the tables have turned. Like, we'll start watching something together, and then I'll go to work or whatever. And because she's home most of the day with the baby, I'll come back
she can run
and she
through.
runs through a whole damn season. And so I'm forced to catch bits and pieces, which is fine. Now we just watch our own shit.
Yeah.
We don't even try. So Ozark we started together, and then I was like, hey, you want to watch Ozark? And she's like, no, you go ahead and watch it. All right,
God
cool.
bless.
Cool. Well, yeah.
That's because she already watched it.
She's done.
No, you got that. Go ahead. I'll catch up.
So you on
Yeah.
that episode? Nah.
But you know what? It would
Wait
make
till the next one.
it makes me upset when like we're looking for a movie to watch, and I'd be like, "Oh, let's watch this," and then playing it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I already seen this," and I'm like, "What? Like, why are we watching this if you've seen it already? Shut the whole shit off! Like, I don't want to watch it with you if you've seen it already. I want us to both be excited and then amazed together.
We talk about the whole double standards all the time.
Oh, here we go.
It's a double standard, I'm sure.
I will say, a guy can't watch before the woman, but a woman can watch before the
a
guy.
man, right?
Yeah.
And the guy's gonna be like, okay,
We gotta eat
I
it.
gotta
So
do
what written, unwritten law?
I don't know.
My brother, it's to keep anything to keep
It's
the
to
peace.
keep
the peace.
Nah, I'm controversial. That you
listen.
watch this with this Julius Caesar. You stab me in the back. No.
Finish Ozark, and then you'll understand why you need to keep the peace.
Okay.
Because what I learned with Ozark, I won't ruin it for anybody. If you watch Ozark, I will not ruin it till they get to. But at the very end, I was like,
It all came together for you.
you just the most dangerous
solved life?
creature in God's green universe
Not creature.
is a fucking woman. Not even a fucking woman. Your fucking wife is the most dangerous in this show. Strong
I'm scared to
male,
even get
strong male characters, Jen. Strong with stress. Jacob Snell. This man, when he first came on the scene and the way he was talking, I was like, this is a man who knows what he's doing in life. Strong. He had his whole life figured. He had men. He killed a man because it was on principle. He had to kill that man. He didn't even think about it. It was like in his head, he was like, I gotta kill him. Clunk. And it was not even just a man. It was like his man.
Don't give away too much.
I won't.
Just,
Yeah, that's
I won't.
That's powerful, man.
Right?
I felt that.
And 3 episodes before the end to hear this guy, this strong man, say, "My wife scares the living shit out of me."
That caught me off guard. Like
Yo, when he said it, I was like, "Wait, what?"
But was he lying though?
He was
Nope.
lying.
Nope.
Because you scared of your wife.
I'm like,
Man.
I don't need you to tell me. I know.
I know.
I'm scared of her, yo.
I know. And that's respectable.
It makes me upset that I'd be scared of her.
You should be scared of her. Because otherwise you die.
You know, but I can take her.
Be scared or die.
Why women do whatever
Be
they
scared
want?
or die.
Why can't you just listen a little?
Darren, I've had several episodes where I got in trouble. I'm not saying anything.
I'm not
Not saying anything.
I know. You're not even you.
I plead the
You on
fifth.
your way to get married. You learn.
So
Everything is great.
Everything is awesome.
everything
Everything is good when you're bottom of tea.
Everything is awesome for you and me.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry, man. Yo, I'm a kid at
So
heart.
that's the rule.
Yo,
Guys can't watch ahead of the women, but the
No.
women, if you watch ahead of the guy, and
Tea is not
if
fair.
the guy even like scrunches his face,
we gotta lie.
you'll be like,
Let me
"What
tell
you
you.
mad
Bim,
about?"
have you ever lied?
I can own up because I won't say
got
what
caught?
relationship it was in. Hell, I ain't get caught. Look,
TV was so cold.
fellas, and that was clear immediately. I told her, right? Game of Thrones. Are you watching it with me this season or not? Because I left her behind a while ago. She caught up. I said, listen, if you're not here for a Sunday,
It's gonna happen without
I'm
you.
watching it without you.
Yeah.
I don't care. So she understands that because in the past, in different relationships where I was watching shows, I became an Oscar-winning performer when
This guy.
I rewatched an episode sometimes for a third time when I was in my wilding out days. And I'm like, oh, shit, that happened? Wow. Wait, rewind that? Fellas, if you want to lie, use that. Yo, nah, rewind that.
I believe that. That was dope.
That was good, right?
That was
Thank you.
dope. I believe that.
This guy is good. I've witnessed some of his performances. This guy.
Come on.
Wow. Take that Oscar back from Green Book and give it to Bim.
Yo, real talk.
Fellas,
Real talk.
if you watched it while I heard, it's okay. Just say, yo, nah, rewind that.
It's gold.
Yeah, no, you gotta. How do you say it one more time? How do you-
Yo, nah, yo, rewind that.
Yeah, I'm mad. I like
There's a science to this.
Yes.
There's a
Facts.
science
She
to
won't
this.
question
the
that.
whole Nigerian scammer came out.
Chill
of
out.
it.
Chill out.
Man.
Chill out.
Hey, if you believe it,
Yeah.
Come on,
You
man.
You gotta
you can
believe it.
achieve it.
There's a
Yo,
sense of
for real.
urgency when it comes to shows. You can't delay because you go to work or you scroll on social media for 2 seconds. You're going to see what happened. You got to watch it when it comes out. People ruin shit quick. Posting
Yeah.
pictures of the damn show online when something's happening or the video clip.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
that was me with Walking Dead. Like I literally had to stay away from like Facebook. 'Cause
Yeah.
if not, like
And that's
someone-
how I
was like, yo,
survived.
nah, I can't do that.
People are bastards.
I'm like, yo, bro, like dang. He was like, yo, you see that? No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
It's crazy.
I didn't see it. Don't tell me.
So
And why they feel the need to post it? People saw it. Chill out. It's okay.
I'll post like my reaction to a moment.
Right, and it's vague, right? People won't know, but anybody who saw it knows. You say "wow" with mad O's, they know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
true.
it.
That's how it was when I used to watch Scandal. Like Thursday nights, me like I would put a status up. They'd be like, "Yo,
Don't talk
Papa Pope for real," and we'd all comment underneath for like 100 comments because we'd be talking about it
understood.
in that status.
Right.
And if you don't want to know what happened,
You
then
just give
don't
it a
look at the
status.
comments in
Yeah.
this particular
I didn't
status.
really-
Yeah, but it's like Pandora's box. You see it, and it's just like, I
then you
gotta
wanna
look.
go
Well, that's your nosy fault.
Hey, you should never been posting to begin with.
You couldn't be reading.
You could have privately messaged somebody and have a group conversation.
Nah, bruh.
We watch it as a community, as a social
That's
media.
right. Especially when it was
community.
Scandal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I dropped off with like 3 seasons left.
it got kind of dumb after a while, and then it
It
got
did.
back good.
Yeah, it most definitely did.
So,
That was another show.
I have a
was
very
watching.
off the topic question from where we are now. I want to plant it and then let you stew on it and come back. Question I heard on the radio like a while ago, and I've been meaning to ask. Can you think of a food that is served hot, but it is better cold?
Besides pizza.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Besides pizza,
Wait, better though.
it tastes better.
Pizza ain't better
It
cold,
is
it's just
supposed
good.
it is supposed to be served hot, but see, and I've stewed on this for a while, and I can't.
But is there an answer? Like, is this?
It's just your opinion. So stew a bit,
But
and then we'll come
if
back.
you serve it hot, then why would it be better cold?
I mean,
If it was
so
better cold,
it's like
then I would
Chinese
serve it
food.
cold.
Like to me, Chinese food, you serve it hot. But the next morning, if I'm just digging in the fridge, hey,
But that's because you're.
I was about to say, that was a late
because I'm
night.
gross. Yeah,
Is it better that it's cold, or do you microwave it?
I like it. Well, I do microwave it, so
Okay,
it's
so
not better cold.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah, you like
I
it better
think-
the next
yeah.
day.
Yes.
But cold?
But
Because if it was better cold, you would serve it cold. once
well,
again.
maybe not. Okay, so maybe
I hear
not,
how logical Jen be.
maybe not. Okay, maybe the word isn't cold, but it's like
I got one. A sandwich.
No.
You could toast a sandwich. It's hot. But when you put it cold,
You know,
it's better.
I could rock with that.
Yeah.
Nope.
You never had a cold
Well,
sandwich?
Jen is a different
Jen is
type
a
of
sandwich connoisseur. Tell
She
us,
is a
Jen.
sandwich, Jen.
I am a sandwich.
He said, I am a sandwich. Got to put the bread on.
Yeah.
I'm warm on the inside, cold on the outside.
All right, wrap it up.
Okay.
Wrap it up here. All right.
I am a sub.
I mean, realistic. You can serve it hot.
Jen sub.
It's good. And when it's cold, it tastes even better.
It's better cold? So which one
No,
would you...
it's not.
Well, yeah, which sandwich can be served hot but is
I
better
mean,
cold?
if you go to Subways and they toast your sandwich, I get a spicy Italian. They
Yeah,
toast it,
you toast it.
Cool. And then I eat a half, although it never happens. I only eat a half. Ha. And then next day, I'm like, shit, my sandwich.
Nope.
Nah, I don't know if that's
I'd
the same.
eat it.
Not the same?
I don't think
No?
it's the same.
I don't want a toasted bread cold.
Yeah, that's weird. So why you toast it?
Because I like it in the moment to be toasted.
Yeah. Soft.
So it's better
In the moment.
cold. I mean, better hot.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. That
Yeah.
does work. So that's why I want to drop this.
I'm going to go out on a ledge and say there's no such thing.
All right.
I mean,
I'm with
outside of... I mean,
You're with it? All right.
But it's up for debate. But I'm trying to
Yeah.
think. But I'm greedy. I eat a lot of shit.
thought about this. I again meant to ask a while ago, and I was like, "This is almost a dumb question because I can't see an answer."
Because for me, I was a Burger King manager, supervisor, whatever. And they made me say food safety. And this whole, you got to get food to a certain temperature to be safe.
Yeah.
So just off of that strength alone, I just can't, my mind won't allow me.
Food safety. Same.
Food safety. Yeah.
so.
Yeah. McDonald's. You know.
Yeah, Rams Den. You know, all that.
That's a rant. Oh, wow.
Shout out to all my... We won't do it.
You know what I got to do? I can't disclose.
Hey,
I want
hey,
to say I'm sorry. Like,
hey!
It might happen.
Did you go to your too?
Nah,
All right,
Rick.
cool,
Anchorman.
cool. Oh, good. All
That's
right.
the Rick and You're Right Wars. I was there for that.
All right, cool.
I was like 13
What war?
when y'all had the party battles when it was like
Oh, man. Rick had some bomb flag parties.
man, listen.
That was a thing. That was told to thing.
I wasn't even supposed to be there, and you already know my brother got in trouble.
Yeah.
Talking about where's your
man.
brother at? Oh, he's with me. He's getting lit. He's like, I'm about to drop you off. I'm like, oh, snap.
Good times.
Why can't I
Move
stay?
along. Actually, I do have something serious to talk about too.
Was it?
Well,
I like cereal sometimes.
It's needed.
it's
Is
a
it?
you know so something Wole said last week.
Oh.
It's the ooh.
Yo, Jen's-
Her demeanor just changed real quick.
Yo, she did. Yo, she's she
I
wants.
didn't hear what you
she's
said
no
first.
part. Okay. So not so much, the content what he said, but he did say something yesterday. I thought that was like, he's as podcasters, we have a responsibility to stay up on current events for our listeners, which I was like, something I've been wanting to talk about, but I almost really don't know how to breach a topic because I don't think it's that interesting. But I feel like it's starting to get traction. Is those people who refuse to vaccinate their children, anti-vaxxers.
Yeah.
I keep seeing jokes about it, and it's funny. But I read something that was very interesting this past week. The first case of tinnitus in 30 years has popped up.
Tinnitus?
What's
Is
that?
that
exactly? What's
tinnitus?
that?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I think that's how it's said. So
I got a vaccine, nigga. I don't know.
So do we all know what anti-vax is?
Yeah, when you have a child, legitimate or illegitimate, they
Wow, you had to add that in?
I mean,
Good lord.
they several vaccinations given to the child at birth.
And they refuse to do any of them.
And there are people who feel like vaccinations lead to
Bigger problems.
different things like,
Like
autism,
diseases
different
and-
cancers can be triggered and whatnot. Yeah, and the issue with those folks is they don't have concrete data other than these vaccinations contain aluminum. Some of them contain this, some of them contain that, which are valid, right? Because certain things you can't say that it definitely causes this, but those things are natural for the human body. So who knows how it reacts to certain folks. So to that extent, I get it. But I think I saw what you saw, Darren, to where, explain the tinnitus thing. What was the...
I gotta look it up. So the first case of it popped up, I 30 years, for people who are not aware, tinnitus is a serious bacterial infection that causes very painful muscle spasms and can ultimately lead to death. Thankfully, we have a vaccine that cures that, that stops it before it even starts. Cool. I think the first case was reported, I don't remember where. I almost want to say it was Japan or something like that of the sort.
We can put fake news out there. It's cool.
Maybe, but I don't remember where, but
Don't listen to us. Fact check, people.
yes,
Holding
but
you
the
accountable.
first case of it popped up in 30 years, and the parents refused to give the child the vaccine,
Right.
to the point where the child was like knocking on death's door. Like, it was painful for the child. Finally, they gave it. I think I don't remember the situation, but I kept asking myself,
Yes.
what would cause me to say to the world, my child is not getting this, and then stick to that gun to the point where my child is in physical pain from a disease that is curable.
Now, see, here's my question. So if the kid contracts one of these diseases, and once they've already contracted it, is the vaccine still
workable?
Yeah, is it still effective, or is it kind of like, okay, it was
Miss
too
a
late?
shot.
Right, literally.
I'm not sure.
Because, like, okay, even as an adult, there was a point where I was like in my 20s. My doctor was like, because I go every year, she was like, all right, well, I have a pneumonia vaccine. You don't have to get it, but if you get it, it prevents you from getting pneumonia much more than if you don't have it. And I said, give me that shit. Like, what the fuck? What are we talking about right now? I don't want pneumonia. I already have like this mild bullshit fake ass asthma. I get a bronchitis every now and then.
Okay.
I don't want pneumonia. So yeah, guess who hasn't had pneumonia yet?
Me.
Right. So I understand the anti-vaxxers' position. I understand what they're saying. And I don't know. I agree with their right to choose not to, because if the healthcare industry has a way to make a vaccine to prevent it, then they have a way to make a antibiotic to cure it.
Yeah.
And they're just choosing the fuck not to.
Yeah. Well, in this case, I found an article.
Because with something with endonitis, it's a bacterial infection, and that's just antibiotics that fixes that.
So this was in Oregon.
I love Oregon. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Really? Oh, wow. I said the only reason why I think the parents would say no is probably like religious beliefs, but
It's not just a thing anymore.
It's just because they think it'll cause more harm
Yeah.
oh wow.
down the road.
Which again, I
That hippie
can
shit.
completely understand that.
Yeah, but there's no
There's
concrete,
no concrete
data.
proof that
Right.
says, hey, you give them this vaccine and it may cause autism. Doesn't
All they
say.
have is the data that says
the
all these
data that
motherfuckers who
says-
got the
yeah.
vaccine did not get polio.
Right.
So and I think it's gaining a lot of traction now, because you have Japan that just declared if you don't have your vaccines, you can't come.
Yeah, and I just saw something from Italy as I was just looking. Certain schools, they won't allow your
won't
child
allow
to go
it.
there.
I was
Yeah.
going to say,
Oh,
that's
wow.
always been a thing.
Yeah.
Because I had
Which
to get
is-
my vaccines when I went back to URI.
Which is crazy.
Oh wow.
But we actually,
it crazy
I mean, to me, it's crazy that you would not allow somebody who doesn't have vaccines in. Because
It's to protect everybody else.
yeah. Well, from what I already got the
yeah.
vaccines.
Yeah, you're right.
They should not want to come to me.
I don't want to see somebody die of polio in front of me.
True. So that's what I was thinking. Maybe they don't want that on them.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's true.
Because then it'll come, don't go to Japan because they got tinnitus over there.
Yeah.
So, some friends of my wife's and ours,
They're not your friends.
You met with your friends the first time.
We're your friends.
Netflix
Friends of ours
spoiler.
actually, they believe in not getting their children vaccinated.
Wow.
And it was a very interesting conversation. And I remember I was actually talking to the husband, and he was telling me how some good family friends of theirs have decided to stop hanging out with them. Like, they cut kind of ties with them because of this
That's interesting.
belief.
Wow.
Which is like, I still can't see the why behind
Is that a
this.
reason to not watch a ball game with somebody because they don't vaccinate their child?
Right.
He said, "Nah, boo, don't we don't."
But
hang
it's
out
not
with
even
sick
like
people."
that. You're the one who
Yeah.
could potentially kill that child from what you have in your system. They can't fight what you got. You can fight what they got.
Right.
Because you got the vaccine.
Yeah. So
That's
why?
interesting.
So then it's like, is this all a thing just to further separate us? That's where I kind of went.
Look how
with this.
Darren brought it.
Right. Because I was like, why is this
the
a
plot
thing?
thickens.
Because like, I see all these jokes about, how old was the anti-vax kid? Oh, he died when he was 4. Like, and it's,
Why are we laughing?
right? It's a terrible
It's a
joke.
joke.
Because, it's a joke. But it's just like, again, it's like they're creating more sides now.
Yeah.
Like, whether you're on this side or you're on that side, it's like you got to choose a side, and it's like, but why?
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué?
No, it's true. It's true. And because I'm not gonna front, I was one of those folks. Like, I don't get flu shots.
I don't either.
Yeah, so like I'm skeptical of certain things, and it was mainly because in whatever year it was, 2000 and blah, when a lot of people got really sick when the wrong vaccine went out.
Right.
Yeah, so before that, I was a little skeptical of that one. I was like, nope, I'm cool. But they make certain people in certain fields get it so that they're not getting other folks sick.
True.
So
I don't get the flu shot because there was one year I did. And
Got
that was
sick.
the 1 year I got sick.
Right.
Wow.
And there's that. And it's like, how can you explain that?
Yeah.
I've
Because,
actually-
because the explanation is they're putting flu in you.
Yeah.
And I already have
putting
like
like
a
a-
borderline immune system. It depends on what I'm eating that week.
Yeah.
And so I got what they called a mild flu, which is
So I just-
a terrible, unmild fucking cold. And I was like, what
So
is
now you just paid to get sick for a weekend, and
Pretty much.
they're still gonna charge you. I gave you the vaccine. I've actually heard that there's a different set of vaccines for those people with money.
Oh.
Right. I've read it.
Is that the one you get?
No,
Mr. I can walk to the beach.
I ain't getting no high-end vaccine.
please, man.
Jeeves, bring my vaccine.
On a silver platter.
Mix it with my applesauce.
In my head, I'm like, they know. Hide the fridge.
I love applesauce, by the way.
But I've actually read what? But I read like a couple of like I love Reddit because everybody like has a story or something like that. But some people showed an invoice of their charges, and the way it was explained, it was like you weren't supposed to get this set of vaccines. That's why it costs that much more.
You bet you.
I was like, what?
I mean, the medical industry is a business.
Oof,
Right.
That's nasty.
It's a business.
Right.
It's you think, medicine, health is wealth. It
Right.
costs. It's
Very
a business.
Magic
They don't
Johnson.
care.
It's a business.
Right.
Know
They
what I
don't
mean?
care.
Very
Like
profitable.
legit, like people gotta leave this earth. All right, we're gonna give you this.
Yeah.
Oh damn, it's some complications and whatnot, and then write it off. Boom, that's it. And then you're stuck with the funeral.
Fuck you,
expenses.
pay me.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much.
It's just another form to keep us separated.
So do you believe Magic Johnson has HIV?
Nah, he got money, yo. I don't think he does anymore.
There's no.
You think he had it and he was able to get rid of it, or he just never had it?
I think he had it.
I think he had it. Oh yeah, that's the '80s. That was wild.
I think he
And
had.
if-
I just think he had the money to fight it.
Yeah.
If not, that's a hell of a conspiracy to bring awareness to AIDS.
You also got
Because if Magic Johnson didn't have HIV, would we give a fuck?
I don't know, honestly, because
if it wasn't Magic, it had to be somebody else.
other athletes had it, but
Yeah.
not as big. Like I think Arthur Ashe.
Wilt
Arthur
Chamberlain.
Ashe had it, yeah.
Arthur Ashe,
Wilt
The
Chamberlain.
dude with the
diver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hit his
Greg
head.
Louganis.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Wow, how did I pull that out?
You pulled out your Luganis.
You're gonna be my
Boom. Yes, Darren. Ah. He said you pulled out of your Luganis.
Nobody else heard Ada's when he said that.
yeah.
Why did you choose to come to? Why? Okay.
Yo, man, listen, man. I was ready for this.
Sorry, man.
I was ready for
I'm
this.
sorry.
Yo, Darren been on point all night. Yo.
Yo, for real, man.
When he was drinking Angry Orchard and what? We get him on a Hennessy. That's a whole different
Oh,
Darren.
different story.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think the black community specifically would give a fuck if it wasn't Magic Johnson or
Yeah.
another high profile.
But if it wasn't Magic, it was gonna be somebody else. But that was black.
Who else has come out since he came out besides Eazy-E, who fucking died? I think he had it. He died like immediately.
But something's bound to happen. It's only gonna take one. I don't know who. I can't give you a solid name.
I don't know.
but
Magic was like,
It was pivotal because
Poster child.
he publicly announced it, and he knew he was that dude in the league, and he knew he was messing around. It was bound to catch up with him.
Like, He got it in the what? 80s? Maybe
Like,
early 90s.
like
Early
early
90s.
90s, yeah.
We're in 2019. No other high profile
Right.
person since him has gotten it.
Right. And even if it was a conspiracy or whatever for awareness, they prevented the hell out of some high profile
Yeah, for
dudes
real.
catching it.
For real.
If Magic was the sacrificial lamb.
They've
so
never
to
talked
speak.
about Cookie having it.
Nope.
Never
I was
talked
gonna
about
say
his
that
kids
they
Or
never
his
said
children.
no.
Yeah.
His children have it?
No.
No.
His son's gay as fuck, but they
Yo.
ain't got AIDS.
That has
He's big and gay as fuck.
Yo, he's
bro.
mad fabulous, yo.
Yes. Yes, bitch.
Next
That's why I'm noticing
conspiracy.
not Ben talking right now.
nor is it Darren.
Definitely not me.
Oh, where damn. Throw me underneath the bus, goddamn.
Nobody said your name. We just
There's only four motherfuckers on this bus.
You could have said it wasn't you.
It's a third voice in the back.
The listeners would have to believe you, I guess. I don't know who's talking on the mic. Pause.
follow suit. That's all you had to do.
Fuck up. You noticed.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Next question. Do you think Magic Johnson got it from a man?
Here we go.
Wow.
I've always thought these things. I just wanted to get it out loud.
Hey
I
man.
think you got it from a woman. I think most definitely got it from a woman.
Most definitely.
Yeah, most definitely got it from a woman.
I don't know, man. They used to say funky stuff about him and Zeke, Isaiah Thomas. I don't know, man.
Man,
I'm just saying, because if Cookie ain't got it,
Right.
and he been had it, and the 80s was a wild time, like we say.
Yeah, a lot of wild
Well, we don't know that he was.
shit. We don't know.
We don't
but
know
we
anything. We're
we
just
can
having a
speculate.
Yeah, we
conversation.
expect, so
And the 80s, not that many people had AIDS back then, like now.
no. Yeah.
Only a certain group of people.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
for
say.
the most part.
I'm gonna
yeah.
say. He didn't get it from Mary. He got it from a woman. You got it. Thanks, man.
So you think? So you're saying you're making two statements. You're saying that you think he actually got it.
I think he
and
got
you
it.
think he got it from a woman.
I think he got it from a woman. And I think the reason Cookie ain't got it because he didn't care about his wife at that point. He was too busy fucking everybody else.
He's still married to her.
Yeah, so what? You could be perfectly
29
happy.
years later.
You could
So- You
be
could
married
happily
as hell
married.
and
Yeah.
So
not
in
fuck
29 years, you don't think they're fucking.
No,
So why stay together?
because it's not just about fucking, Jen.
I think Jen has a point, and again, it's speculation. But if she understands what it is, and maybe they have an arrangement, hey, we got kids,
Yeah.
you do your thing out there,
Yeah.
like, because one thing is cheating, right? One thing is cheating and catching AIDS. Second, where's the person that Magic allegedly got it from?
Right.
I
Nobody keeps secrets in America.
I don't think he's gonna throw her underneath the bus.
No, not under the bus, him or her, but
I mean,
see what you did there.
Yeah,
I mean that's what they call it in medical terms. The
HIPAA Act.
yeah,
breach of
the
privacy.
source, the
Agent Zero.
Agent Zero or whatever it is, Ground Zero,
She's just making up names.
Isn't that a damn
subject
song?
Zero, subject
something
A,
like
something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It
So-
well, it didn't start with that person.
In
but
the
this
magic
case,
sense,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In the
Where-
magic
Yeah,
sense.
but I don't think they're gonna like legit him, like you said, him or her. Are they gonna publicize the name? And
No,
like,
obviously
oh,
not.
this
I mean, this
person?
is long.
If that
They
was-
probably, they
yeah.
probably, honestly, Magic probably like, hey, look, I'm gonna take care of your medical expenses.
Yeah.
Don't say a word.
If it was nowadays, they would have found whoever that person
Oh yeah,
was.
facts.
TMZ would have been on it.
What?
The fact that
Can
TMZ
we get
still ain't found.
Can we get TMZ on it? No?
Right, that's what I'm saying. And all these years,
They ain't
TMZ,
gonna really-
TMZ always knows everything first. I don't know how.
Seriously.
They knew Michael Jackson was dead
I'm gonna cry again. Don't do that.
Aw, man.
before it happened, for real. Because they other news outlets was like, oh, Michael Jackson, whatever his name is, Michael Jackson is in the hospital. He's a Cedar Sinai, blah blah blah.
Oh.
TMZ was like,
me that.
Michael
Look, you
Jackson
get hurt
dead.
Michael.
I cried mad times with Mike Patch.
Oh
yo.
man.
I did. We
TMZ
all
was like,
what?
he's dead. Who else did they say was dead?
They call or not call.
It was a few people.
What,
I don't know.
TMZ?
But that's what really put them on
Whitney
the map.
Houston?
The Whitney joint,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The Mike one put them on the map because I saw it.
Yeah,
And I was like, man, nobody listens to them.
right.
And then
They don't
everybody else confirmed it after. I was like,
I was
oh,
like,
fuck.
shit, they was on it. So
Damn.
when they did Whitney right after that, well, not right after. When they did Whitney, I was
Yeah.
like, shit.
Yeah, it's pretty shameful. How we get to Mike? Man? I'm sad now. What are we talking about?
Are you watching the
it's a
Neverland thing on
man.
HBO?
Nope.
I did.
Tell me.
you?
Oh, so you could talk about it for us.
What?
I-
I missed it all.
I don't want to go too in depth.
Wait,
I
what
want
was
to
you
put
talking
the so
Neverland.
They're Neverland. It's on the same cuffs of how the R. Kelly documentary is.
Right.
Like,
Is it though?
yeah. I mean, they go a little bit more detailed, and it's not more so like stuff. And like they got certain songs where it's like, oh well, this song he did this one, this song. And they were showing like some footage where it was like, oh, like he was chilling out with legit kids. And I'm like, yo, like
that was Michael Jackson.
But we knew
yeah,
that.
we all knew that,
Yeah.
but they just go more into detail. I don't want to spill out too much.
Yeah, you can. It's fine.
We're not gonna watch it.
No, you should watch it. Honestly, it's going.
I'm not. No. The whole Michael Jackson from the beginning of all of it to now, I've not entertained one bit of it.
Oh wow.
Not like I don't believe it, but I don't need to entertain that. In my world, it's like well, whatever. Like, cool.
And I heard a point the other day that kind of stood out to me because we all knew Mike grew up a particular way, no childhood, and you can grow up and the origin of your strange behavior is because of something. But what we know, using R. Kelly as an example and other offenders, Jenny, you okay?
That's Honey Jack.
Oh, she's surprised.
Do you want it?
She said, "Honey Jack." Oh my.
An hour and 40 minutes. Into
Yo, good lord.
What we've seen from Mike and other offenders, I mean, not Mike and other offenders, R. Kelly and other offenders, if somebody has a sickness or if somebody has an illness, they...
She's so happy.
I'm
sorry.
Just let her be. You know?
Let it be, yo.
Yo.
It's like, yo, I got a meeting tonight, but I got to bring Jen with me. All right, it's fine. It's fine.
It's cool.
Should be fine. Just give us some Honey Jacks.
Yeah.
Jen, you want some Honey Jack?
God bless you, Jen.
Yo. I'm sorry.
When like R. Kelly, right? He was outed before with the tape. He didn't stop.
Yes.
Right. So if Mike did have that issue, the amount of kids that he was around, there would have been way more people.
No, of course.
Way, because you can't just turn that off, right? If he was that type of person, there would be just like the Bill Cosby shit. Tons of people come forward. Harvey Weinstein, tons of people come forward. Mike, there's a couple, and some of them lied.
No, I heard one of them was like a habitual liar.
Yeah.
Right, and then you got other people. I think I saw like a Corey Feldman. Which one passed? Corey Haim or Corey Feldman? One of them. But the other one, who was around Mike as a kid, said, no, these dudes are lying. So, like, I don't think Mike would say, okay, I love these two boys and not touch another kid ever. You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
Yeah.
If you're that type of person and with access to that many children, there would have been a lot more instances. To me at least. You know, it's I don't know. That's why I can't really buy that.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's interesting. Overall, thus far it's interesting, and like they got like some footage where like he was in like the studio and like he would have kids like have like a slumber party in the studio while he's doing music, and it's just like damn.
Yeah, weird as fuck.
Yeah,
weird as fuck.
I mean, shoot.
But anything could be painted weird.
Absolutely.
In the right. You just got to add some eerie music in the background, and now it's weird.
No, seriously.
Right.
Seriously.
Facts. Bim's making a peanut butter sandwich. Making it black and white.
Right.
Did he sprinkle resin on this sandwich?
But
There's some clown music behind him.
But the same backlash he's getting, like R. Kelly, that he's getting the same backlash. Everybody's like, "Oh, I'm not supporting his music no more."
But he's
and all that
dead.
Stuff. Yeah,
Right.
I
And
mean,
he's
like,
dead.
yo,
What more can you do to the guy now? He's dead.
I don't know.
He can't
Him
defend
dead.
himself.
Taint his name, like his.
You said taint.
His.
What is this today? What is this?
He did say Tate though.
What Tate? You know you Tate. You never use
Keep
Tate.
saying it, John.
What is this story behind us?
I just need you to stop saying taint.
Why?
You
You laughing real
You know what a
hard.
taint is?
Nah. Nah.
Middle child.
Middle child. Yo, real talk. You got.
It's that space between what is it, the butthole and the balls. Where
Isn't that the
it's-
grundle?
The grundle, yeah. It's
I
where-
know about that. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's
heard
called
that.
a taint.
Taint.
I never heard it as
Is
a taint. I heard
is
a
it taint on a
grundle.
girl?
I think so because it taint your asshole and taint your.
No wonder you've been laughing. I'm like, yo, why you laughing a little extra hard? Like, did I say something wrong?
And
Something
you
in my
kept saying
teeth?
taint mad low.
Yo.
Taint. Yeah.
Terrible.
Thomas the Tate
Yo, bump this podcast. I never
Throw the mixer like a
Yo,
frisbee.
if you would have not, I wouldn't even knock you. I mean, we deserve that.
We deserve that. What is it, 56? We finally got that? Yeah, taint your asshole, taint your balls.
All right.
Yo.
Next thing.
But they're literally dragging this man out. And I'm like, yo, like, he's dead. What more do you want? And it's just like.
And something like that's
Alright.
one-sided. Like R. Kelly is outing himself.
Yo, R.
Right.
Kelly's out here wilding.
So like you do this, but I don't know. I didn't watch it. Was there representation from like Mike's lawyers, attorneys, and
A
That's
couple
what his family
lawyers,
was
some
saying.
his nephew was in it as well. No, two of his nephews were there. And
Are the 3T guys?
Nah.
Oh.
I remember them.
Yeah.
If you love
Oh, shit.
the things you want.
I know that's right.
Ooh, ah.
Middle child, yo. Middle child. But yeah, it had his nephew. I think two of his nephews, and if memory serves me correctly, I think his niece was in there too. And they were just giving their testimony. I think his nephew actually went on the on the Breakfast Club and was like Charlie's like legit trying to protect his uncle. Like, yo, look, like let this man rest in peace. Like he's been dead for years.
Right.
And y'all still trying to drag him. Yeah. That's just how the media is, man. They gotta pick something. They gotta pick something up.
They're running out of us black people to fucking mess with.
I'm just waiting for the Elvis documentary to come out.
Oh, man, listen.
Come out.
Man, listen.
I don't know. I mean, there's a few other people that can
Speaking of, can we talk about these idiots paying for their kids to go to college?
Thank you.
Yo, I'm Becky out here wilding, yo.
No.
I'm Becky wilding, yo.
Yo.
How dumb does your kid have to be to require all that?
For those who don't know, set it up.
I don't know like details.
Alright,
But
so basically, these rich people, not just actors and actresses, but like bankers and whatnot, what have you, politicians, all kinds of people,
fashion designers.
Yep, they paid different people in universities to almost fabricate academic and sports credentials for their kids to get them into the schools.
Correct.
Now they're still paying for the kid to go to school, so it's not like they're getting them scholarships.
Right.
And they're having people administer their SATs and then take the test for them or help them cheat on the test to get higher SAT scores. And then they're paying these people at the colleges like USC, Harvard, blah, 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 to basically act like this stuff is real. Their kids' credentials are real. And I'm like, you got to do all of that, though? Like, I always feel if you was rich and you wanted your kid to go to Harvard, you just pay for them to go to Harvard.
Yeah, you just
it didn't give a fuck what their SAT score was because you're rich, you're an actress, you're an actor, and Harvard's like, fuck, we want your kid to go to our school. I didn't think you had to do all of that. So the fact they're paying $500,000 to some random person to pretend that their kid played fucking soccer, like you, crew.
Yeah, no, they
crew,
yeah,
nigga?
they use crew.
Wow.
So that means they were taking a crew scholarship away from somebody who actually.
But it wasn't scholarships.
Oh, when
It wasn't scholarships. And that's what I'm saying.
So
I'm
what
confused.
were they using that for?
Just to get them into school. Which I'm saying, how bad was your kid academically that they couldn't just fucking pay and go?
Yo,
Crew, nigga. Fuck out of here.
So one of the perpetrators.
That's right. They got arrested. When you get
Aunt
arrested,
they got arrested.
Becky was getting arrested.
Real name, Lori Loughlin.
Yeah, her husband, the fashion designer, he got arrested.
Mosimo, that guy.
Huffman, what her name?
Lori Loughlin.
No, Huffman.
Who's Huffman?
The chick from Desperate Housewives.
Oh, that chick. And her dad's dude from Shameless.
Get the heck out of here.
Yeah. Well, William H. Macy. Yeah, that's her hubby. That made me sad. That made me sad.
That's her husband?
Not gonna lie. That made me sad.
Well, they both going to jail.
Wow.
She got arrested first.
Yo, Frank Gallagher can't go to jail, man. That made me sad.
I do like William.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yes.
A scumbag in real life, clearly.
Hey,
I mean, but it's okay.
So now, do the kids have to give back their degrees?
So I just saw Aunt Becky's daughter lost her Sephora scholarship or sponsorship, whatever. So I guess for public perception, they're gonna lose certain shit. Some other school will pick them up when this dies down. Who cares? Because that's still alumni money that the school can get after the child graduates.
Yeah.
That's what the school cares about.
Does the school get in trouble?
No,
That's the question.
I think the schools are protected.
The schools said that they weren't involved. It was
Right.
more the coaches and the academic advisors.
Because they just admit that's it. So that's not.
So the school will happily keep getting the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so the people were making these fake charities, which I always thought that's all rich people did anything with these fake charities. 'Cause I'm like, why would I pay $50,000 to go to a dinner for a plate to help people? But then afterwards, I have no sympathy for poor people.
Yep.
If I really cared that fucking much about poor people,
It would keep going.
then I would have a certain sympathy and empathy towards them. Yeah. But you're gonna step over somebody, but then be like, oh, I paid $50 for a plate for some poor people. Like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. I was definitely right about that.
Now here bullshit.
Yeah, Aunt Becky
Just
surrendered.
circulating. That's just money laundering.
She surrendered herself
Keep
to
the rich.
federal
Let's face-
authorities.
Did you
What
just
did
splash
you just
up?
do?
She got a little excited.
Jay, what's up with you, yo?
Yo, good luck.
There's napkin.
It's not kidding. It's not kidding. Yeah, she saw my face.
She surrendered herself to authorities in L.A. on Wednesday, according to an FBI spokesperson.
And I heard they weren't even. The FBI kind of stumbled upon this. Like they weren't even looking really.
Wow.
I feel like they was
this.
looking into Trump.
They were looking for something else, and they were like, "Oh,
I feel like they was looking into Trump.
right."
Let's run with this.
Because,
Probably.
because they were saying how there's speculation that Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, his Harvard admission might be in one of these situations. Right.
funny.
We're
Right.
getting these people jammed
I
up.
feel like they was looking into him and it was like, oh shit, look at these.
Look at this.
Look at these
This looks
50.
weird.
Phil, put down the turtle with the turtle and the
Not
puppy.
the turtle. Not the turtle. We're not going
We'll
back
come
to that.
back to the turtle and the puppy
Yo.
soon, Phil. Look at this.
The other woman was Felicity Huffman. That was her name.
Thank you. Because
So-
I like Desperate Housewives. That's a
Yeah.
good show.
So it was like 40 people that were caught up in this thing.
I thought it was 50.
Yeah, they have 40 on this one. Could be 50. Who knows? Hundreds. So come on, give it to me. Jail time? What? Well, how do you punish people? Because they are criminals.
They are criminals, and they're okay. So, what do I hope is going to happen, or what is going to happen?
Yeah, let's talk about what should happen.
What should happen is definite jail time. I would say at least 2 years, 1 year,
Ooh, I
2
like
years
that.
in jail.
One year with good behavior. Okay.
Yeah,
I like
something
it.
like
Or
that.
6
And then you
months.
got to get out and actually do community service,
Oof,
like
I love
real
that.
community service.
Yeah.
Like go clean up.
Inner city shit.
Come to CCRI for a semester.
God bless.
Shout out to CCRI, man.
Sorry.
Humble
I'm
beginnings.
not mad at that at all.
beginnings.
I'm like, that's deep.
Because you got to make an example.
Yo.
Like, this is considered white
Also,
collar.
but you
Your kid
So now they're saying the kids didn't know what their parents were doing.
Fuck
Doesn't
out of
matter.
here.
They got to face some type of
Yeah.
scrutiny.
The
too,
kids
right?
need
Yeah.
to know because the kids were the ones who told their parents, I ain't got no kind of grades to go to college.
Right.
So, do they get accepted to any college or not that
they
specific
they
college?
have to go apply for. So in Rhode Island, just in Rhode Island, if I live in Providence and I want my kid to go to Cranston school, I have to lie and say, hey, I live in Cranston at this address. If the school finds out, it is a $10,000 fine.
Ooh,
God
just
damn.
so I didn't know
Right?
that.
There's a $10,000 fine. My kid cannot go to that school any further, and something else happens. A possible, maybe jail time. So I get fined $10,000, and then the person's address who I use gets fined $10,000.
And they make you pay for all that school lunch.
Yes,
I
right.
just made that up.
And then my kids got to get booted out and go to whatever school. So yes, that kid should get the fuck out of school. You're welcome to reapply the normal, correct way.
So you're going to
So
miss
they
out on
said-
the fall semester for sure.
I don't care.
Yeah. No, let them face all of that.
You
Yeah.
and your
You know how many semesters I skipped?
Yeah, it's just skip.
Yo. But yeah, so
Hey,
that should happen to them. That's in my opinion.
Because
What's-
they said two of the girls was on the private yacht of
Yeah, the
USC
night.
while her mom was getting arrested for
Right.
this shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck these kids.
Yeah, fuck them.
So
What
the
do you
kids,
think happened?
Fuck these kids.
Fuck these kids.
I think prison time is a little excessive. They got money.
Oh.
wait.
I love it. Go ahead.
The reason why I just say prison time, I said hit them with their pockets, yo. Because if you're paying for this, that means you got money.
No,
so,
well, it doesn't hurt their pockets to pay for this
yo,
shit.
shoot, gotta get.
They
gotta get something.
paid for the bribe and they're paying for tuition.
Yeah,
And they paid a
got,
bullshit
they got
charity.
bread, so charge them
He
like.
just, let me just go pick up another commercial.
If you're rich, it don't matter, right?
Yeah.
True.
So like, to me, I say jail time. It may seem excessive, but if I get caught with a nickel bag on me, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Right? They'll say because it's drugs, it contributes to crime in the large sense, right? You're stealing a position from a school that somebody worked hard for. Who knows how you impact the trajectory of this person's life, right? By doing that, it sounds dramatic, but so
But it's
does
real.
It's
so
a ripple
does
effect.
so does
It's a
saying
ripple
a
effect.
nickel bag is causing somebody to get killed somewhere.
Yeah.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? So like they put me in jail to make me an example for all my peers in whatever inner city I'm at. Don't sell drugs. Make them example to all their little rich friends. Money ain't gonna get you out of this. You in jail.
I want them to just pay my student loans.
Or that.
Shit. If they
whole-
said,
the
fuck
whole
it,
thing.
we gonna pay your student loans, please delete this. Y'all niggas be like, all right, don't jail time.
no jail time.
we cool. We cool.
We even.
Right.
We even. And my little student loans plus yours, plus yours, plus yours.
I don't got none. That's cool.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember
Hey.
that shit was mad, like, impressive and, like, infuriating at the
How'd
same
you
time.
finesse that, man?
He's good at money. He went to CCRI for 2 years.
Went to Cesar for a year.
Oh, yeah.
But I was a Feinstein
Oh, you
scholar
use that?
and
he was a
TD.
TD.
And I
Yeah.
was one of the last folks to get both.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
that was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I had the Feinstein scholarship, but I didn't do anything.
Yeah, and you went to the schools after.
Yeah.
that you was supposed to.
R.I.P. to Feinstein.
He ain't passed.
He
Did he
died?
die?
No.
No. He ain't
Oh
passed.
my God!
I'm talking about the school.
You act like you.
Oh yeah.
I care about Alex Shawn Feinstein. My mom was on the show.
Layla.
She was kind of hot. Where she
She
at?
was.
Yo,
She
man,
was.
listen.
She was kind of hot, really.
She
I was a
hot.
kid. I don't know.
I'm gonna find. I'm gonna Facebook her.
It's on Facebook.
Don't
Layla Feinstein.
don't you leave Layla
But
alone.
hey, with your fine ass.
Do you still have the card? You know, I had the alien cards for the longest time.
We got the cards, and we also got the
good-
book,
good
the
deed
the
books.
astronaut
The
book.
book.
Yeah, and the $100 savings bond. Did you remember that?
Oh, I
Wait,
I'm
remember.
mad I
$100
type in
bonds.
Layla and Feinstein popped up first.
Right away.
Yeah.
What is that?
Beatbox.
The
I don't know.
heater, I think.
So what is
I guess
that?
she is kind of hot.
Yeah, she ain't bad.
She's a Thai American. No,
Yeah,
that's
oh, that
different
makes
Layla.
sense.
That's
Is she a heavy mix?
oh no, parents Alan Feinstein and Prataporn. Fine.
Huh.
You got a Thai Jew?
Yo,
Prataporn
that
Feinstein.
doesn't sound no type of.
Dinner must be off the hook.
Yo,
Nigga, I'm there for
Thanks, man.
spicy and
Hanukkah Chinese New Year. I'm
Word.
there.
It's kosher, and you're gonna be hungry
You
quick.
ain't right. You
Hanukkah
ain't right.
Chinese
You ain't right.
And let me take this minute to shout out
Yo,
our
y'all ain't
listeners.
right.
Thank you for listening to us and rocking with us.
Sorry, Layla.
Please,
Look her up.
Yo, for
follow,
real.
please follow us.
No,
on
his
social
daughter is bad.
That's what we
That's
doing.
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
nah, wait, what? Say what? Let me see.
Yeah, her mama.
Please follow us on social media platforms.
Lord
On
have mercy.
Instagram. Cut off their mics, please.
God.
Follow us on Instagram, PLSDLTHIS on Facebook. Please delete this on Twitter, the same handle as the Instagram account.
Hey.
Make sure you follow us on YouTube so you can see
How you
clips.
spell Layla?
Yo, this man really doing research.
Lila.
I'm about to say, just to let you know, we are being recorded.
Yes.
She got the same birthday as my
They don't
dad.
care. They don't care.
Is it okay?
They
We
don't.
record it
So I just
every
wanna
week.
see.
We do this every week.
Look.
What else is gonna say? Oh, listen to us. Crap. Listen to us on your streaming platform of choice. Now I want to see Layla.
Everybody cares about the plug spot for
You
like,
guys all
dang.
like looking at drooling.
Like,
and shit.
start swiping and whatnot,
We're
like, ooh.
on SoundCloud and Spotify and
Hey.
Spreaker and,
Hey.
and iHeartRadio
Hey.
and iTunes podcast app. We're a bunch of places. Where do you listen to us?
Honestly,
Put you on the
when y'all do the Facebook Live, I love it.
Oh shit, we gotta do that again.
I do the SoundCloud,
Okay.
and I didn't realize he was on iTunes, so now I'm gonna do iTunes.
Ah, okay, yes.
But those were the first two. But the
Okay.
Facebook Live would always have me dying. And like I believe y'all had another individual that was doing like the Q&A joint.
You like that?
live-
That was
yeah,
cool?
it was dope.
Ah.
Because
Lena.
it was very engaging, and
Yeah.
then on top of that, it was like spot on. It was like,
Oh, yeah,
alright,
because
cool.
we have a hard time of focusing.
We?
We. You too. You in this.
we ain't friends.
Whenever we go live, we both
I
have
don't
a hard
speak
He
time.
was really talking about you, but he just grouped me in.
Yeah.
Baby likes to yell at both of us.
I do. Yeah.
Because I was looking directly at it. I wasn't as,
It's terrible when I'm the voice of reason.
But Darren would turn his whole head and be like, oh, hi.
Because I'm nosy. Guys, I'm so nosy.
We know.
I
Can
go
we talk
front.
about how nosy I am for a minute? My wife likes to get on me all the time about how nosy I am. I will stop what I'm doing
Yo.
if I hear some good gossip from
Yo.
strangers. I'll stop everything I do. I'll just stand there right, and I'll lean towards them, and I'll kind of just sit there.
Yo,
And
this
I'm
man
like,
is terrible.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry.
This is
What were
getting
you saying?
good. Nah, it's cool. Nah. I was gonna make a joke because I was like the last time I saw you leaning, you was leaning on the couch because you was lit. And I'm like, yo, I told you I'm a faithful listener. I'm a faithful
Yeah,
watcher.
first time, long time.
Yeah,
I
I was
love
like,
it.
yo,
I love it.
I was like, yo, what?
because Ben was rapping that one, the
Yeah,
Eminem.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
the
see
only
that
time
episode. That one was funny.
That shit.
Is it that shit? He's like, don't bring up. Why you
Nah,
bringing
because
up?
I'm gonna
old
start
stuff?
laughing again.
No,
I
don't
don't
bring
want
that-
to.
Because Darren's a cancer.
I'll take
Stop it.
yes, sir.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop
Manson.
it. Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it.
Benson. Yeah, Stan,
Cut off his mic, bro.
my man.
Darren's going to cry. His birthday's in July.
You know what shit got me when this guy said, because Kanye's a dancer. Not. I was like, all right, that's it. Check out. Check out.
Leave my guy Kanye alone.
Yo, speaking of Kanye, my fault. I know you was wrapping up, but I most definitely wanted to touch up on that. How you feel about Kanye and the church and him doing his joint in the church?
She's a Kanye fan. Tell me, what do you think of him dressing in white?
Like
in the
he dressing
desert?
in white in the church and doing the church
So-
and gospels.
So
Yep.
the thing, so I reposted the thing with the Seinfeld beat and the heat that came from that, and I was like, I actually haven't seen the original video. I don't know.
Still, so you haven't seen any of the new ones they done?
I might have
word?
seen one or two, and I wasn't sure if it was real, if it was a sound over again.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm cool with it because Kanye says it in his raps that even in Yeezus when he called himself Yeezus and he said I am a God, but he put I am a man of God and he goes to church and stuff. So people kind of lose that a lot because of the stuff he says, but he says it all the time. He goes to church.
But they sing regular songs.
Oh, that.
Like they did Jesus walks.
They did however do you want it.
Yeah. He's lying. He's lying.
They did put it in your mouth.
I was gonna run with it, but I was like, nah, he's messed up. Don't do it.
T-shirt and my panties on.
However
Can
you
we talk about
want
how great T-shirt and my panties on is as a song?
You're right. Most definitely.
You know how
Now
I wish
yo,
yeah.
she's a
Whoa,
savage. She
Yeah.
look. I bet about to swipe right. right.
Layla, you single?
But back to
Layla's almost 50.
back to the Sunday Soul Sundays, whatever they call it.
I like music.
It sounds good, and it's a choir. Choirs always sound great for the most part. But what's the purpose? It has not. To me, it has nothing to do with Ye because he's not playing anything except for that time when he was doing.
There was a couple times he was on the keys. There was a couple times he was actually orchestrating.
Come on.
I'm going by the
Come on.
footage. I'm
What is
going
this
by
shit? Come on.
He was orchestrating.
Outrage.
Triggered.
Really?
Yo.
You think a choir doesn't know how to sing a song?
I
They need
understand.
Ye to point somewhere.
I'm just saying. I'm going off what I saw in the
Wow,
footage.
that shit.
So he did a couple covers and whatnot, but as far as like actual church and gospel songs, I think it was like 2 songs that they actually did. And I'm like, to me, it's like, it's bringing him down from like the crazy Yeezy that we all remember. Like,
I love that he's doing something
he's
creative.
doing,
out the box,
he's doing something creative, and he's kind of bringing it back to the old Yeezy that I remember.
Nope.
Like a little bit for
because
me.
he's not creating it. They're singing a song.
I get that, but it's not going crazy where he's like on stage, like, oh, you're the best performer of all time.
Not
but
yet. Not yet.
Not yet, but it's dimming
on
it
his
down.
way?
Yeah, he's like, I'm sure he's probably gonna do something reckless. So.
I mean, if he's working on a project, hopefully it sounds good. But this, I mean, it sounds ill, but to me, it doesn't do anything for him. Like people say, oh, it's good to see the old Ye back. I ain't heard no song.
Like, but
I hear a
Ye
choir.
started
That sounds
as-
great.
he started producing.
Yeah,
No, but
he's a DJ.
in some of the
Yeah.
clips, he's not playing anything. They're just singing.
That's fine.
He's orchestrating.
He got nothing to do with that.
He's orchestrating.
Don't do this.
That's what he's doing.
When I'm listening to a song that's already made and I'm doing this like I'm playing the keyboard, I'm not playing anything.
You know what's
I'm just
funny?
That's skill,
vibing.
though. That's skill, though.
A little air
commend
guitar
it.
action.
Yo.
Yo,
Cameron at the end of
Yo,
Dun,
contribute.
dun, 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 the horse
Computer's
and carriage. No, but here's the thing. I played the flute.
Good job, Jen.
hey,
I mean, everybody knew I played flute. I was in an all city band,
Okay.
hey.
and we used to perform at the Veterans Memorial Auditorium.
Jen, I'm sure that's where we've met.
Huh?
Because I
Possibly.
did that too.
With Mr. Coelho, Mr. Gugasian, Miss Albanese.
I had Mr. Allen, my teacher.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
Where'd my dog go?
There's possibly though.
Yeah, I'm sure because I did.
We had to wear the white shirts and black bottoms. Yeah.
Did you remember
Nerds.
playing Pocahontas?
I think so. And then we did the Forrest Gump song.
Ah, yes, Jen.
Yeah,
Jen,
yeah.
we were there.
Yeah.
We were together.
He was there.
Yes, yes. Sorry.
Because they were like, this is the Forrest Gump song. You don't watch movies.
Yeah.
Even
I didn't know
then,
either. I was like, ooh,
okay.
all right.
I'm just gonna read the
Yeah,
sheet music
yeah.
like I fucking learned how to. Oh, okay. Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, whatever.
And they were like, this is a song when the feathers falling. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know what that is. I'm
And
hungry.
then the Hey song.
Okay,
Hey!
So Jen, you used to play the flute. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let us have our
Let
moment,
him have a
man.
moment. You gotta let him live. You gotta let him
Nobody
live.
cares.
He said, "Nobody cares."
Listeners, I got your back.
We was in the band together, guys.
Yeah, you play jazz flute. I get it. Go ahead.
First of all, it's called Yaz Flute.
Yes.
You saw that movie? Yes. Yes. Finally.
What, Anchorman?
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't know that from that. Tisha says Yaz Flute.
Disappointed.
Close enough. Whatever.
Yaz Flute. But, and we always had a conductor. right? And he would be doing this bullshit with the stick.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch him.
Thank
Neither,
you.
Never.
I just watched the sheet music.
Right.
But there's people who are professionals who
Yes,
do.
yeah.
They be like, oh, it's time to get loud.
They're super. Yeah. They come up here.
Guess what? In practice, they know when to get loud. They're not
We did
freestyling.
practice every week.
every week.
And they come
I
down.
remember it was like a big thing when we started to get to
The show.
Yeah.
What was the vets?
Man.
All right, man, wrap this thing up, Phil.
And she's like, once again, shout out to Miss Bibiana and Bibiana's Glam Shop. It's
Oh,
open.
yeah.
She hasn't had her big grand opening party yet, but it's open. I actually was hitting her up today. I need to make an appointment because I've had braids since October, and I don't know what to do with my hair once I take these bitches out.
I want to support, but I don't have hair.
Aww.
Tell her that you care.
She probably could do
That's
something
it.
with your beard.
Yeah.
Nice trim up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moisturize your beard real quick. I'm saying throw some
Yup.
coconut,
I'll take that.
coconut oil
Like
in
that
that
India
bad boy.
RE coconut oil.
Yeah,
Look at you.
I see what she did. I see what she did there.
Full circle. Shout out to DJ Incredible for joining.
Yes, Kuti, my brother. Thanks for coming through.
I
Mang, mang,
appreciate
mang.
it. I
And thanks for
appreciate
being no.
Oh, wait.
Thanks for being
So for DJ services and whatnot, give people your social medias. And all.
DJ Incredible 401 at Snapchat, IG, Facebook page, or social media platforms. I'm on Twitter. Twitter's still a thing.
Yes,
That's
it
just
is.
pretty dope. But yeah, DJ Incredible 401. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And yeah, any services, I'm willing to touch everything and do
Does it
some new
all.
things.
Yes.
Ew.
Hit him up.
Yeah.
Hit him up. Hit him up.
Yeah.
Consensual, of course. Yes.
Of course.
You ever stalk somebody online and then forgot that you stalked them, and then like
I'm engaged. I'm sorry. I don't
and,
know.
no,
So I'm
I-
engaged.
okay, I don't mean stalk. I don't mean like
Ignore
I don't mean
right now.
actively stalk, but let's say like
Actively.
I don't mean actively. All right.
Recreationally.
Here's a setup. I had this user that was bothering him about this ticket, going back and forth, right? Right. I don't care who she is because she was pissing me off at the time. I opened up my LinkedIn the following morning and I can see
Who looked at
blah
your page?
blah is looked at your profile and I was like, word.
Oh.
Who's
Who's this Darren?
Yeah. She probably was like, this fucking guy. This
Because
fucking
you
guy.
gotta have a premium account to see who's looking at your page sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
But because LinkedIn be snitching, I don't look at anything on there now.
Yeah, but I happened to notice that, and I was like, You ever been caught? You ever got caught like that?
I'm engaged. I don't know.
People get caught like that when they like looking at somebody's page and they be like, "Yo, Kuti, check out this," and then Kuti takes the phone and
And
double
likes.
taps by accident. That's
That happened to me
That's the
twice.
thing.
And yeah, it was. Oh, so you watching my page? Ah, damn.
It'd be like a picture from
Look her
Mad
dead in
Month
the eye and
ago.
say yes. Just stare
I
at
mean,
her.
Well, apparently the new thing.
One I ran with, and I was like, you know what, whatever. Yeah, I did, and it was like literally like a picture from like 52 weeks ago. I was like, damn.
I mean, this is a few of these.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
quick
but
to
like-
get down there.
that's
yeah,
my thing.
but like it
Yeah.
wasn't meant to happen. It was
Yo, man, own that shit, yo.
nah,
Yeah, so
brother.
what?
How
I
else you
don't-
get somebody's attention from liking the first picture?
But
they
the thing
put up?
was, I wasn't supposed to get this person's attention. That's what made it worse.
How else do I get your attention?
I know.
I like
that's
the
what made it
first
worse.
one.
That's what made it worse. She was like, "Oh yeah," and I'm like, "I have no interest in you," because she thought I had interest in her. So she took my friendliness as like, "Oh, flirting," and I'm like,
digging.
"Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah, no, that wasn't me. That was, oh yeah, you're just playing hard to get," and I'm like,
Oh my!
"Yeah." I
See,
had to
my whole
chuck
thing
up
is,
that
I'm
one.
with you. Like, it's not like you actually have to walk back 52 weeks to
Right,
see
people be
pictures.
gassed.
Yeah, they be so gassed. Like, all I had to do is you only have 17 pictures from this last year.
Right.
I went boop. Oh, that's a cute picture. I actually click it. Boop. All right, cool.
That's it.
Now you know.
It's-
No,
It takes less than a minute, literally, just to.
Literally,
Like,
I
it's
can go
not-
look at a picture of yours from like 3 years ago.
Right, people be oh, he liked my picture from 32 weeks ago. Okay,
And bitch,
he didn't have to flip through a
because you
book.
looked better half a year ago than you do now.
Oh, talk to
I'm
him.
gonna make
All
it a
right.
point. I'm gonna go back like to the beginning
Right.
of
To the
timeline.
very
But
beginning.
both of you just like mad shit.
Go at the go
Yo,
at
there's
the
some people that done
beginning
that.
of Clarabelle's joint, like her first picture.
Yeah, make yours.
Actually,
yours
ladies
first.
and gentlemen, as you're
first-
listening, go on your social media of your significant other and like their very first picture
Hell
that
yeah.
they posted.
or
Show that
go on
love.
our very
Tell me
first
like-
picture and our very first post on
rekindle your
Yo,
relationship.
he is swiping. That brother's swiping.
posted so
Go
damn
on.
much.
Go on, please
damn
leave this
it.
page and like something from our
know
early
what?
weeks.
Oh, word, please.
You know what?
Yes.
We're supposed to go to the movies next week.
Yes.
Oh shit!
So anybody who goes back
Oh.
and likes our first picture will be entered into a raffle to get these tickets.
Oh my
Boom.
God.
That's how we're gonna do it.
What's our first picture?
What's
I don't
what's
even
the
know.
first picture is
movie
just
y'all
our
about to
logo.
see?
Oh, next week.
We're gonna go see us. Just Right
Celebrate.
Entertainment's gonna
The-
sponsor a couple
Our
tickets.
second post is one of my favorite is when we were talking about Trump's hairpiece flying up.
Oh my
no.
God, that is a good one.
Go look at our second post. It's fucking on Instagram. It's hilarious.
So we want people to like our first joint.
Go back and like our first picture.
What's our first picture?
It's just
I don't
a
know.
logo.
I'm looking at Clara.
The logo?
What was it?
She was so
I think-
boring on
This is so
boring.
boring.
Did you just get out the doghouse for the other one?
For better or for worse?
She
It's
just
like a picture of coffee or something.
it really is.
Oh
My
Oh,
first
goodness.
picture is a pair of orange and black sneakers. I know that on my Instagram.
My very first picture is Jordan 3s, Source Magazine, and a Game Boy.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh, it's like one of those things where
Yep,
you...
I did
yeah.
like a collage or whatnot because I was like, yo, this is a reputation of me. Like,
Same. I think I did something similar.
So I remember that picture. And then, like,
Yes.
literally,
So I said it. Go back, like our very first picture. You'll be entered into a raffle to
Double
win these
tap.
tickets.
Are we going to put that on the page too?
you got to pull up the Cam Newton. Like, did you
Is that
like
not?
it?
I said, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The fourth
I like
picture
If
was
you don't have Instagram,
Oh, yeah,
or
huh?
Facebook,
Yeah, Yemi's screaming at us right now. I can hear him.
I'm not on social media.
make a page and go like it.
right?
They're not going to do that.
No,
A
you ain't gonna
whole
get
page
free
to like,
tickets.
to like one photo?
It's $10 for a ticket. Just
Sorry,
come join us.
Yemi.
That's
Sorry, Nieves.
Are you going on the actual day of the release? Because I actually might.
We're going on Friday,
Yeah, I'm with it.
the
I'm
22nd.
Yeah.
It's the 22nd.
But Bim's not gonna be here.
Ooh.
They don't even know that.
Wow. So it's gonna be.
Just like me, just take my chain. We have to see it open tonight.
Yeah, no, it got to be open tonight.
Yeah.
It's
We
gonna
saw
be
Black
like-
Panther without you.
Wow. Oh yeah, you was. I remember that episode.
We could do.
I
What is the name of that
episode.
movie? We could do Bad All by ourselves.
That's right.
Yeah, that
That's
was
right.
too funny.
Anyway, we gotta go. Guys,
Yeah,
have
we
a great
do. Shit.
weekend. We'll talk to you.
Kuti, thanks again, bro.
Yes,
Yo,
thank
thank
you.
you. Appreciate it.
Have a good weekend. We'll talk to
Appreciate
you.
Oh, wait, I
next
forgot to
time.
say, I brought pizza because today is...
Pie Day.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's why.
That's why I brought the pizza. I went... so a restaurant called Blaze, I think it might be the same one that LeBron owns a piece in. They had
I
pizza
love
for
Blaze.
$3.14
Wow, they use
on
spicy
Pie
over
Day.
there, too.
But I went
wanted
and the
to mention
line was
Pie Day.
Yes.
insane. So I went to Dave's instead and got some
Because
pizza
I
on
wanted to
Pie
mention
Day.
Pie Day because, you know, I'm a big math nerd.
Yes,
and
it's for you.
Mr. Blumenthal challenged us to learn as
the guy
many
with the squirrel.
digits of. Is he alive still? You know he's gay.
I thought he was.
I love him.
Good lord.
I know he ride bikes.
I love him. No, that was the other guy who died because he got hit by a
Chill,
car.
Palachek,
Yeah.
rest in peace, man. Yeah.
But
Blumenthal didn't ride bikes.
nah.
He just ride.
Oh! So how far up pie can you go to close out the podcast?
So yeah, so I learned up to 20 digits, but now I think I go up to 10.
Let's go. Hear it.
3.14159265535.
Keep going.
That's as far as I can go.
Come on. You know you got more.
That's all I got.
That's like
Literally, you could set any letters, and we'd be like,
Oh shit, she got that shit. I was at my birthday, my address.
So for people who don't know what Pie Day is today, we record on Thursday. Surprise. It's March
March
14th. 3/14. So it's Pie Day.
Oh, today,
So, there you go.
my son is 2 months old today. Yeah.
We don't celebrate.
Hey, happy
We don't
Kaiser
celebrate.
Day.
We don't recognize him.
He's mad at me, man.
Right?
you
mad.
dissed him earlier, man.
He screamed at you.
Yeah, he doesn't like me. I don't think
always
Kyle
mad
likes
at
me.
What do I do?
word, you just gonna
You got
leave me?
Carter.
I like Carter better. Anyways, kidding.
We'll talk to you next week.
Favorite
people.
child.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Good night.